I think there's few more things more awful than what we've already said in this campaign.
Don't
Challenge.
Yeah. Are you trying to tell me I can't say something more offensive? Because let me tell you, you are wrong, sir.
Sky's the limit.
You haven't heard my therapist crying.
Yeah. I will make sure none of us can run for office, ever.
Well, that ship sailed.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's long.
Yeah, it's like every time you see a scandal on the news with a politician or something they did 30 years ago, you're like, well, yeah. I guess I'm not getting into politics.
Right.
Simple as that.
They ended
Well, I think
there.
it's always amazing. I think it's always amazing how much affront there is at something they did 30 years ago. Like, it used to be like, oh, somebody came forward and said he smoked pot with this person in college. It's like, yeah, last year he literally embezzled like $250,000
Yeah.
from Ontario taxpayers, and
like-
you're concerned that he smoked a doob once.
Do you really need to go that far back in any politician's career to find something terrible?
Right.
Like, we don't need to go back to the 80s and 90s.
No. It's fun.
Well, and if you go back till somebody was 18 years old, you can find something shitty about everybody.
The one thing I genuinely appreciated with Barack Obama was in the first campaign season. Somebody's like, "Did you ever smoke? Did you ever inhale marijuana?" And he's like, "Yeah, we smoked it and we inhaled it. That was the point." Those other guys like, "Well, I smoked, but I didn't inhale."
Yeah.
What is that like?
It's the cigar of weed world.
right? Like wine tasting. You just kind of sniff the cork a
Spit
little
it
bit.
back in the cup so you don't, yeah.
Right.
Try
Probably
not to
spent
test that bar.
15 years of his life between colleges and universities. He's probably had quite a few beers and quite a few joints.
Marijuana is probably the least concern.
Right. All right. So the group of Ulfar, sorry.
Ulfar.
Ulfar.
No G in there,
That's
jeez.
right. I keep wanting to put a G in there.
We're going to have to announce ourselves at the beginning like a professional YouTube game.
There you go.
Everyone has to go through their character every single episode.
Right. Ulfar,
Shit, I better remember my name.
Brego, and Hogak. I keep wanting to start your name with a T for some reason, and it doesn't. And it's a long way from T back in the alphabet to H.
You're testing me right now, aren't you? He's like,
I can't hear his name thinking Hogak the Horrible.
There you go.
That's what he's going to work into
Right.
over the course, yeah.
The three of you had been looking for someone to. The three of you have been looking for someone to guide you to this wise old woman up in the mountains, and prior.
It's a child dies in the background.
Right.
Prior
Prior
to
to-
Zero, eh?
I feel like a child crying in the background is an apt soundtrack for this game sometimes.
Yep.
It's usually just Corey.
hey, I try and be quiet about it.
Or me crying when I roll.
I'm there with you.
Yeah, but that can be heard over the laughter of everyone else.
Yeah. Ouch.
You had intended to go and track down this individual that you had heard in Varby was had done research and kind of done some work to track down this woman, but then wolves had attacked the town you were in, Smabiel, and you guys had instead decided to go out hunting for the sort of mysterious, almost phantom-like wolf pack that has eluded almost any traces that you could track whatsoever. But in the process of searching for them, you had actually run into the individual, one Harald, that you had been looking for. And Harald had basically told you that he would accompany you, lead you, as it were, to find the Vorba, if you would help him with the bandit problem that has been recently plaguing Varby. And you guys had agreed. You had enjoyed a hospitable evening in Varby, and set out through the sizable valley, full of fairly pleasant, prosperous farms, and it didn't take you guys very long to find tracks that had been left by somebody who'd been stealing something from one of the local farms. You tracked it to basically a couple of buildings. Looked like kind of an abandoned farm that somebody has recently decided to reoccupy with a low fence around the outside, basically palisade style. A fairly modest main building and another smaller outbuilding. A couple of you, I think Hogak and was it one of the
the two
hunters?
guys. Hogak and the two
You'd sent out some scouts to check things out
Scouts.
and determined that the place was indeed occupied, at least slightly, and you in particular, actually, I think all of you discovered that there were people on guard outside of the palisade, and upon regrouping, most of you had begun a discussion about the best way to approach the situation, and then somewhere in the middle of the conversation, somebody kind of went, "Where's Brego?" and looked up just in time to see him basically like knocking on the gate to the palisade, and you watched him disappear inside, as he simply figured that the best way might be.
Can I just say that you missed a great opportunity to make this a French castle for no apparent reason other than a French guy answering the door? Why is there a French castle in the middle of Sweden? Just wondering. I'm just saying, there was a good opportunity. Probably never happen again.
Well,
We could have had a whole entire episode of Monty Python.
yes, we could. Yes, we could. At first, she said French castle. I'm like, well, like it could turn into like a Mott and Bailey. Oh, that's not what you mean.
Yeah.
Man knows that you. So, Brego has knocked on the front door and been taken up on his invitation to come in and basically play for his supper. The rest of you are hundreds of feet down below, in this valley, kind of, I'm assuming under some sort of cover where you're not obviously seen from up above.
Yeah, I mean,
And,
somewhere where we can see the general perimeter, but not be like right up on it.
And it's I think we discussed last time that it was probably like mid-afternoon or something like that by the time you guys got up here. So we'd say it's probably by now it's probably about the equivalent of say 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. You've got a few hours of daylight left, but
How long have we been observing the entire situation? Like hour?
yeah, I'd say hour and a half. You guys probably took some time to, like, your scouts presumably did not go running up full speed around
Yeah.
the place, so they would have. crept
They haven't
up.
had a guard change posts or anything like that
Um,
that we've noticed.
I don't think you'd notice from down where you guys were, because
Okay.
everybody else was, I think, reasonably close. It wasn't like they had scouts kind of like way out. It was kind of like what they would have reported back as seeing people like 20 to 100 feet kind of away from the palisade and under the cover of a couple of trees or sitting behind some bushes where they might hear something, but they did not look to be overly alert or.
Well,
or
15
cautious
minutes into
guards.
their shift and they'll be like on their phone checking Facebook or
Yeah.
some shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Checking Valhalla book.
So you guys can pick it up. I'll jump to you guys who are still down in the valley, and then I'll come back to you in a bit there, Brego.
Well, I mean, I think that we should probably just see what happens with him. I mean, if we watch him get butchered alive, then at least we know.
Don't go.
Yeah, like that plan didn't work.
Sucks because if he does,
Can they
there's nobody
see
to tell
anything?
the story.
This is all like a high palisade all the way around.
It's a low palisade. It's
Oh,
about
okay.
4 feet.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really designed to keep people out. It's more designed to keep.
That's not even as big as my
It's like a dog
Hyundai
fence. It's like a
palisade.
dog fence.
Yeah. I think we should just
I think once
observe and report.
yeah, once Brego gets them distracted, we should try and sneak as close as possible.
Now, hear me out on this plan. This is the kind of plan that won't work in the modern day world, but will work in the Viking world, where there's no such thing as a Me Too movement. We're going to get the girl who's with us to distract the guards so we can knock them out. Because let's face it, there are probably none in there, and clearly not nearly as attractive as our guard that I'm making cannon for as we speak.
I'm sure she's super hot. She was a guy for half an episode.
Presumably she's convincing anyway. What do they call that? Passable?
No,
Passable?
no, it was that she always was a woman. We just didn't realize she was for half an episode.
Right.
Yeah.
She's obviously smoking.
But maybe when she cleans up.
Yeah. And shaves.
Nothing really the fact you guys just couldn't handle a male character being represented by a female mini.
Yeah. It's just I'm too much of a
Traditionalist.
yeah. I don't like my minis to not look exactly like I have a flaming sword for a reason, right?
Because if my mini has a flaming sword, obviously the DM will just come to accept that I have
And
a
I
flaming
also
sword.
wrote it in my backstory,
Yes.
which is how you get all your superpowers. Everybody knows that.
Oh crap.
But we could use her to maybe distract a couple of the somewhat
guards, yeah.
lonely, cold guards and then knock them out. I'm just throwing it out here. I would like to try to see if we could actually not kill everybody. I know this is a crazy concept for D&D, but if we could take most of them alive, I mean, I'm assuming that these are not... I guess we haven't seen anybody yet, right? Like, we would consider these people to be local in the sense of they're from our country. They're just not this...
Yeah, You don't really know anything about them. I think you caught a bit of conversation or saw...
But they were speaking our
two of them.
language.
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
Yeah.
you would think they're not from...
So it's not
far
like
off
they're
land.
not from another country invading in or coming in to loot and raid, where they, like...
Yeah. I mean, they could be from another region that's kind of not friendly towards your
Yeah.
region, but they're from...
But it's not
the
so...
same-
yeah,
the
so...
same geographical region.
Yeah, because I don't want to go in and find out, like, these guys are all from North Africa and, they just come up here to raid on the weekdays. And we can't even talk to them, and we've taken them all alive.
Right.
But, yeah.
They're all from the Caribbean, and they've come up just to work as seasonal agricultural workers. But
Yeah. It didn't work out, so they started stealing
Exactly,
everything.
yeah.
All right.
That's how it goes.
they're like,
Yeah.
hey, better money than us.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, I think we should try to take some guards alive if we can.
Use them as a hostage, at least get in and see what's what then.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask the woman to take her shirt off
Getting right into it.
when the time is appropriate
Yeah.
for her to distract a guard.
So are you... So
I'm gonna float this plan out to the group and be
Right.
like, can we use you to distract some guards? We jump them when the time is right.
You mean you jump them?
Yeah. Before they jump her.
Right.
I'm going to be distracted.
Yeah. We're just trying to get some advantages here. Not taking advantage of.
She tells you that she's not willing to take all of her clothes off to
That's
do
okay.
this.
That's okay.
But she's
Story of my life.
She doesn't seem... Yeah. Yeah. She kind of like eyes you up and down for a second, like, uh-huh.
Oh God, you're a woman?
But she does not seem opposed to the idea of kind of acting as bait.
Yes.
But she also seems like she's willing to let somebody else carry like her bow and maybe some of the more obvious things. But she's going up with like a couple of knives.
Yeah. I was thinking more like she's maybe sings a little tune or something to herself, kind of like look like she's unknowing where she is. Like she's in the woods. She's about to set camp up by herself. She's just a lost woman.
Okay.
So not like I'm not actually serious about the whole getting naked thing.
Right,
Just that
but-
that
but
was
she
inappropriate.
looks-
So I
Now
said
that
it.
it's shot down.
No.
Oh,
I mean, if she wants to, by all means. Like, I
Right.
mean, that's going to seriously
Hey,
distract some guards.
A
but
little slip,
I'm not going to tell her to, though. I mean, I'm a gentleman here. I'm just suggesting she almost died for us. So,
Right.
yeah,
Sure.
I'll suggest it.
yeah. But I mean, if you want,
If you're for that, they'll be more willing to help you, and it makes the fight easier.
yeah, I think going as like the kind of lost traveler, lone female,
Sure.
just to get them distracted.
And you guys are... So the rest of you are planning on kind of like coming up quietly.
Oh yeah, we'll be like
behind her,
already
too.
pre-positioned, and
Right.
and as soon as they kind of get drawn in, we're just gonna club them all.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm already inside.
yeah.
Yep,
Nobody
you're-
cares.
you're-
You're already dead, so yeah.
I'm making friends, man.
Yeah, we'll go in there and he'll be leading the gang and fight us. I got some intel. Some people are trying to break in.
Speaking of which, Brego, you have met a couple of guys that were out by the main gate, and they have at this point basically one walking more or less beside you, the other behind you a few paces. They've taken you inside the house, and you have been introduced to a woman. Actually, we can put this just a bit anywhere.
Oh man,
You've been introduced to the bandit woman who appears to be in charge of all of this.
this is called changing the plan on the fly. I guarantee you, there's no women in the camp.
For the record, I can show you these notes
I'm
right
joking.
here.
But seriously, it totally throws off our plan.
Well, I mean,
On a scale from 1 to my mom, how sturdy is she? That's how everything is based in this game.
your mom is pretty sturdy. We've been through this.
Yeah, that's why she's the 10 on the sturdy scale.
Yeah, your mom is. Your mom is like a CR-29, all right. Like it's like her versus Tiamat is like a 45-minute fight. She just doesn't like to show it off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she's just drawing it out for the fun.
She's
What's her
sturdy,
name
but
again?
she's-
Is it this? Easy Amber?
No, that's who she needs to be for the next 20 minutes.
right.
Yeah. Okay, well,
So you are introduced to this woman who
He's gonna
introduces
turn on us.
herself as Thunderbeard and asks you for
she's gonna
your name,
whip him.
wants to know who you are and what you're doing here, and kind of looks at these two. Get the impression that the two guys that brought you in are not the sharpest tools in the drawer, but she seems like she's a little bit more together. She seems a little bit brighter than at least the two guys that you came in with. You see several other people in here, but you're pretty sure from what you've heard that not everyone who's part of the gang is inside, that there's probably a few that are outside as well.
Okay, I just introduced myself. I am Brego Treg, bard, renowned musician, and storyteller. We just left Volby,
Yeah,
Barbie. So I just finished a stint of performances in Barbie, and I'm on my way to the next town. And I was planning on camping out until I came across your encampment, and thought maybe I could catch a meal and a place to sleep in exchange for entertainment.
She asks if you heard any interesting news in Varby while you were there,
Yeah.
and you would think from the way she brings this up that she's kind of curious if you've heard anything about their activities while you were there.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna tell her that I've heard stories of wolves attacking local villages, and yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Kind of
Yeah.
duck around it.
It's like, yeah, I heard there's some groups out looking for wolves that are attacking villages, and they're having trouble tracking, but it's not really my cup of tea.
I'll let you choose between persuade. Oh, I suppose let's go deception. Give me a deception check on this.
Okay.
The lion bastard.
22.
22. She smiles fairly broadly as you say this, and she tells you that she's content with the decision that her comrades have made to invite you to stay. She extends the offer that has already been made to you to let you stay and enjoy their hospitality in exchange for a night's worth of entertainment. And she has actually heard of you before.
Oh, yeah, right. She's heard of me. Let's get that out.
She may
Not
have.
him.
She may at some point or another have actually even. She may have even
Slaughter
heard you
everyone
play
in
at
the
some
camp.
point in some other place.
Killing everyone now.
You get the impression that you've been, you know, I think we described or discussed that you've been in Varby at some point before and played there and enjoyed the mead and so on and so forth. But
I mean, it's not that big of a country. I've been traveling for 15 years.
it's a good-sized country, actually.
Yeah.
But,
Been around.
Yeah, you've been around.
The populated areas.
Right.
But
But
case
she's,
of herpes, you've been around. You're
Yeah.
not leaving.
and he just keeps on giving too.
Yeah.
He's just,
Can't get rid of them.
that's right.
Can't stay with sleep here.
But yeah, you've got a little bit of notoriety from time to time. And, you know, she's maybe heard you before in Varby, or she's maybe heard you some other place. You're not sure that she looks like the sort that is from Varby itself. So you're not sure where she may have come from, but definitely looks like somebody from this part of the country, though, this part of the world, anyway. You also notice as you're there, you see a halfling slave that looks rather beleaguered. You don't see it. Yeah. A male halfling slave.
He's shorter than the palisade. He's a halfling.
Yeah, that's right.
That's why you didn't see him till you got in.
Right. But you see him kind of like coming in, dealing with a couple of small errands, disappearing again. Looks pretty haggard and abused. Like you know that.
Man, people who abuse their pets are just not nice people.
No, it's terrible. Terrible. You know, like at least roll the window down.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you leave them inside your cart with the windows up, you're just an asshole.
That's right. That's right. You know that halfling slaves tend to be fairly expensive. They're not uncommon, but halflings being a little bit more scarce than anybody else that you can beat up and enslave from another part of the country even. Halflings are normally treated fairly well because unless they are openly rebelling or something like that, normally like they're skilled as long as they keep busy. They tend to. The domesticated ones, anyway, make very good long-term servants. So normally people tend to take pretty good care of them. So you get the impression, I think, that this guy is probably not here
Change
by
their
choice.
shavings once
Okay.
a week. Things like that.
We'll put him in there to represent this poor little
Okay.
beleaguered.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just going to maybe one of the dumber guys, like one of the two guards that walked me in. I'm going to give him a pat on the shoulder. I'm going to say, "Well, there's no time to waste. Let's have a mead and some entertainment. I got stories to tell."
They tell you that, so you're basically told that you can. It's up to you when you start performing. They tell you that there will be others coming in a little bit later.
He
and
already
that,
has been.
The meal will begin in a couple of hours' time, about the time the sun starts to go down, basically. But that you are welcome to begin reciting stories and playing your lute whenever you would like. And
Okay. I'm just going to pretty chill right now. Just kind of sit with the group and get to know people and kind of I'm not pulling the lute out yet. I'll just tell some little local folk tales and
Sure.
just relax.
right.
Save the big guns for later.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Yes.
I don't know where that is, but it's a funny sounding name.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can figure out how to rhyme the next verse.
Right. All right, so back to you guys down a little bit lower down in the valley.
All right.
You guys are.
Down.
Are you
by
guys
the
waiting
river.
for a particular time of day to start making your way up, or?
Yeah, I think that I don't want to rush it, but I think that we should probably at least make it to where we can kind of see potential patrols.
Move up a little bit closer,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
maybe send your scouts up again or something.
Yeah, so are you cool with going with the Rangers and doing some more? Technically that only leaves me and
I think we
Harold.
should all try to get as close to game as possible.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
And you making stealth checks where winning your email is just beautiful.
Well, I was thinking maybe I could just make it myth roll. No, I don't know. Yeah.
Do you really need the armor?
Yes, actually, Mr. Barbarian who doesn't need armor. Screw you guys. I'm a fighter, not a lover.
You're a shipbuilder.
Yeah. As we've noticed since I try to chop down trees. I just can't get that out of my head. Alright, so
The flashbacks.
I mean, how about you guys take the lead, and if there's anything too crazy, I'll follow
I was
along.
going to say, I think, like, if you think about it in a normal scout, well, you would know this with your real life background, but normally in a scouting situation, like somebody would go up quietly and then kind of look around and signal that you don't have to, have to roll 20 on your stealth check. You just need to not completely fuck it up.
Okay,
And,
well, see, this is the problem, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, like that one fuck it up.
I listened to like our last session, and everybody rolled a 5 for everything. It was basically how it went.
Well, my favorite was the fight before. And remember,
Maybe not you.
Yeah.
And remember, you guys as a party right now still have your one floating inspiration to
That's
use
right,
in the event
yes.
that you desperately need out of something. Because in one single round, you guys managed to roll dual 1s and dual 2s, and I was inspired by that, so I'm giving inspiration
So-
to you.
This is what I suggest. We make it to a relatively close distance. You can go ahead with the ranger. Then we need to be on the lookout of a point where we can draw in some guards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then she can take off her shirt. We can kill some people. Bada bing, bada boom.
Kill all my friends.
Yeah. This is how we all die.
All right,
Better to die at level 2 than level 20.
while it's kind of like the later part of the afternoon, but
Yeah,
not quite
yeah.
dark, you guys are just kind of trying to get a little bit closer.
Like if it's gonna be like probably they're eating, the guards are probably a little hungry, a little annoyed. They've been there for a few hours. They're probably pissy. I'm not speaking out of exactly all my life experience, but this is basically how you feel about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think maybe you and the rangers, and then
And you would at least want to get close enough that you know what's going on in the house, whether he's being butchered or he's singing. Or...
honestly, that's the least of my concerns. I'm not gonna lie, because there's nothing we can do about it. If he's gonna get killed in there, like,
Right.
my concern is more that if we don't knock the guard out and he yells, is the entire camp gonna hear it? So like, I don't want to be that close. Where like, if I hit him in the head and he's like, "Ow," because I rolled a natural 1. Is the entire camp going to start pouring out and then kill him?
So give me so tell me, just give me a rough idea of where you're heading, and it can be well outside of what's on the map.
That's kind of
I'm
like,
fine with
yeah,
that.
like let's. I would think like maybe not close to the main door.
Yeah, like you guys are a long ways off. If you tell me you want to come up on like the left side or the right side or wherever, and you want to stay like 300 feet or 200 yards. or
How
something
thick
away.
how thick is the forest?
It's not super thick. The closer you again, this looks like it's kind of like a farm that has kind of gone back to nature a little bit.
Okay, because we
So
do
there's-
need a bit of an area to hide in as well.
So
right?
there's some undergrowth close to the farm, but like right close, it's been kind of worn away or cleared away, presumably to make it a little more usable and easier to get around in. As you get farther away,
I'm gonna hide in this coffee cup.
so the lower you are down the hill in your direction,
Yeah.
there's definitely bigger trees and more of them. As you go higher up, like as is kind of the case in most of the country around you, the trees get smaller and smaller and smaller
Yeah.
as there's less and less soil for them to grow
All right,
in.
so can we just kind of like just say kind of where we get it close enough that like we feel comfortable where we have something to at least attempt to hide
Sure. Yeah.
in? Okay, then that's what we'll do.
So you're just kind of aiming for like this side, trying to get closer, not getting a feel for things.
Yeah,
Give me just
not
give me
super close to the main door either.
Right.
Because that way, if people start pouring out, we're not like, oh, right there.
kind of like sneaking around. Like you went up to the other side last time.
Our 2 rangers came up on this side here, and I was on the other side. And
Right.
Ran into 2 guards.
Sure. Yeah. So we'll say.
1 second.
No worries.
How dare he leave?
So yeah, so you guys could come up kind of on the side that the Rangers went to, because you know what you saw over here, and maybe we'll say they saw some scouts, but they seemed, or some guards, but they looked slightly fewer in number than the 2 that you saw in one place. So
Sounds good.
1 second. I think someone just pulled it.
How much time has went by since I went through the gate?
We'll say by now you've been in there for. Well, we'll see what these guys are up to,
Okay.
and then I'll jump back to you.
Sorry, I just had to direct to make sure that guy was going to the right place. Okay.
So just give me a travel order and tell me roughly.
Oh,
Like
if
if you've
in the
got.
middle to be seen.
Yeah, so she'll probably be kind of out front.
Okay.
No.
I would say I'd kind of stay in.
So if you're here, I'm going to look over to this side here.
So
Well, then I would go over probably. It makes sense to kind of do 2 and 2 on each side.
So you guys are kind of hoping that like she would be a fair distance ahead, so that if there's anybody, they would see her, but you're close enough that like somebody could get a bow shot off, or you could.
I mean, I would personally like to be close enough that like if something was to happen, like these guys just like straight up walk up on her,
Right.
we can just run out and immediately attack them.
Plus, if she pulls like a full frontal moment, you want to be close enough to see it.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Because I mean, you're.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
I mean, you're a widower at this point, so
Yeah.
could.
It's been a long, cold.
She
winter.
has
been a while.
about the same amount of hair under the cloak as that's on the cloak.
Say this like it's a negative. All right.
That just means I'm warm.
Yeah. We don't judge here.
Oh, I
That's
wasn't
a lot
judging.
of toxic masculinity
just
and
means-
gender
Just
stuff
means you
and
need fewer
things.
blankets on a cold night.
Yeah, so I think that I would
It's
personally
nice
like.
getting tangled up in that.
I would personally like us to be close enough that we could make that distance to her if there was an issue. Like if the guards like legit just decided to try to kill her,
Okay.
which I'm hoping isn't what they do.
So, I mean, 30 feet realistically isn't much, but you'd maybe be looking at like 50, 60 feet that you could dash it.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So she wanders up. We'll make a. I guess you can probably. All of you can give me stealth checks, I guess. I'll do one for her and one for him.
So, dang it. Oh man, that would have been good. I rolled a. I'm not used to having. I rolled an 11.
Ooh, okay.
15.
8.
Oh, who's the barbarian with heavy armor now?
I re-rolled my first roll hit an ox.
So you guys make your way up. The two scouts with you. By the way, I rolled a 19 and a 20 for the two of them. That's not even
She's
the total.
naked.
That's
Nobody even
literally-
notices.
Yeah.
She's been naked the entire time.
Right. But you don't even know where she is.
I told you, cloak. Hair on her shoulders this high.
Well, she's so quiet because it's the hair on the soles of her feet.
That's right.
It adds it
Oh my god. That's where Bigfoot came from.
So since Scarpig was introduced as a character, she's literally gone from being a guy to being a woman to being an amazingly attractive woman to some sort of horrendous werebeast.
That can still be attractive. Why are we judging?
Roll 34 here.
We're going to get up to 20 different characters she could be, and then we're going to roll.
Yes.
Yeah, we're just brainstorming her character right now. Just throwing ideas out there.
Are you sure you're not more comfortable with 12?
Right.
Well, let's do 20 and I'll roll a 12.
You guys are moving along, and things don't look too bad. You're a little bit self-conscious about the amount of noise you're making.
It's because I have the dad bod thing going on, and it's making me self-conscious.
And then, so this is the order you guys are traveling in. So Ulfar and Harald, you two are kind of traveling together.
Yeah.
You're a little bit self-conscious, and then you hear like this, and you look over, and Harold's just like, "Ah."
That's actually his old ass bones cracking.
I
You're
was
like,
just
God,
thinking
you're
that.
so old.
Knee pop.
Right.
Oh, I'm back.
You look down, and there's just like a 2-inch thick stick just cracked down the middle underneath his foot. He's like, shit.
Harold the full herd.
Right. So you suddenly hear someone.
She better be stacked because she's going to need to do a lot of distracting.
You hear a bark
Already.
as of a fairly large dog
Good. I thought it was a barking.
This is
barking
not
ducks.
This is not right.
The most ferocious of all Viking creatures.
Well, you should mention that.
No.
Not the barking ducks.
Well, it's not a small dog. This is not your Pekingese or anything like that. This is
Yeah.
this is the sound of like a large hunting dog. And you hear a male voice basically saying, "What is it, boy?" And
It's an axe! What do you think the chances are that our lovely lady here would take the bit of a lead, maybe if she heard it, and maybe make herself a little bit more known?
I think she would. That's
She needs to go hard damsel in distress. Damn it, why didn't you guys roll women characters? We could have used it.
right. So
One half, right?
she definitely
I mean, you're as close as we got.
she definitely hears both the sound of Harald stepping on the branch and the sound of the dog and its master. And she at this point is she's kind of
We're just drip feeding our army into this place.
she has at this point gotten rid of any real armor that she was wearing. It's not like she came out in an evening gown or anything like that. There's only so much she can do while in the middle of the
We're
woods. to
basically
kind of free
making
up.
Viking fans only right now, so we're just going to take what we get.
But she's not very well armored. She's not carrying any open weapons, but she's kind of managed to pull off like woman who's maybe out wandering in the woods looking for herbs or looking for
And the 150-pound dog doesn't care.
right.
As you hear her screaming, getting her throat ripped out.
Yes.
It's going to turn into the first 5 minutes of the new Suicide Squad movie.
That was such an awful, awful movie.
You like it?
No,
No, I love it way better than the last one.
it's not
Yeah,
for
I'm
me.
supposed to-
Oh gosh.
So the dog gets a little bit closer to her, and she sort of stops and kind of calls it. Kind of like claps and leans into it as though she's happy to see the dog rather than running terrified.
I like this one.
And
I hope she lives.
She pulls what you presume are probably some rations out of kind of a pocket and holds it out, and the dog stops. As its master or whatever gets a little bit closer, he calls out and says, "What you must be lost. What brings you up here?" And she goes back and forth with him for a couple of moments, and
I'm just picturing Fat Amy in my head off of, I don't even know what the movie is, where she tries to act like the really hot girl.
oh, like Amy Schumer.
No, frig, I can't think of it. It's like one of those movies my wife watches.
Well, I'll
Anyway.
definitely know what the heck.
Anyway, it'll come to me like 2 days from now, and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, this scene." And you'll get, "Yeah, from that singing movie where everybody sings." Pitch Perfect. Yeah. You don't know Fat Amy?
Haven't
Yeah, I
seen
know.
it.
Right,
Yeah, I know
the kind of movie your wife watches. We got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sometimes I let
crying.
my wife watch those movies alone.
Yeah. No, just a great husband. That's all I can say.
You guys watching are impressed because what you've seen over like the couple days you've been journeying with these two hunters, Scarfield has seemed fairly tough. Like she's the kind of girl where if you
She's the woman, right?
She's the woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's the kind of woman where you're not sure you
I don't
want to
know
hit
what
on
their
her
names
even
are.
if you
Yeah.
were interested because
Yeah.
she might well kick your ass in all the ways you don't want her to. Or just
Hogak is
decide
the tough guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who got eaten by a bear. What
Right.
a bitch.
Yeah. You are amazed at the performance she puts on of like this, just poor lost foundling woman
Yeah.
who, you
She
were
finally
like,
earns that 8 silver I gave her.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Right.
You think if she'd acted like this when you first met her, you could probably give her a full gold piece.
No. Let's not get ahead of ourselves there.
But
I can buy like
but,
3 of them.
She give me perception checks.
19 plus 5.
Awesome.
27.
I'm not seeing it.
24 is probably good enough.
Yeah, 24 will work. I'll go with that.
Right. So you managed to overhear enough of the dialogue to hear that she's basically playing up how she was wandering, she was, collecting herbs and mushrooms and blah, 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 and she got lost and she's not sure where she is, and, it's getting dark out and she's scared, and when she heard the dog, at first she was worried, and then she realized that, it sounded like a domesticated dog, so that must mean that there's some civilized person nearby, and she's just so glad to see a big strapping man like this who, and could she possibly impose for the night? And he goes hook, line, and sinker for this.
Now, I will say I was really impressed until I found out she's willing to take her clothes off to impress other men, and then I just lost all respect.
No,
I'm just joking. I'm joking. No,
I'm still fully
she's literally carrying our team right now. So
right. So
Don is basically playing the game for us.
That's right.
As we roll terribly.
I'm doing everything for you guys right now. But
I'm drinking mead, so
yeah, you're actually having a great time. We're getting butchered outside the walls.
So you see him. He kind of comes up beside her and kind of like puts an arm around her and turns and heads actually in the general direction of the palisade.
Oh gosh, she's gonna go inside with them?
Well, she's still again. That's not to scale. So you guys are still a couple 100 feet at least away from it. But he heads in that general direction, and the dog's kind of like playing around their feet or running ahead a little. It's acting like a big dog acts.
Like a great security dog.
Yeah. Anything you guys are doing in response to this?
Really hoping that she'd come back this direction. That's what I'm doing right now. Being like, that's the wrong way.
You see her. Give me.
Should have invested in a bow.
I'll let you guys give me another perception check if you.
I mean, if she's walking in the opposite direction with them, I'm not going to let her go. I rolled a 18 plus 5, so 23.
As
Let's see.
as they start to go away,
11,
you both.
12.
You both notice that she kind of like calls to a stop for a moment as though she needs to, fix her shoe or something.
Oh, I'm
and
looking
she makes this gesture like, get up here and deal with this.
Yeah.
So
we're all like, she hasn't taken her shirt off yet. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. That was the key to the whole plan.
Yeah.
All right. And then if I see that she's waving us up, because I rolled a 23, I'm assuming that I saw that.
You definitely noticed.
Then I'm going to come hurling out of the woods full speed.
Okay.
Because obviously, if they're going the opposite direction, plan's not going accordingly. So we're going to go to plan F.
Well, but she looks like she's very aptly distracted this guy.
Okay, then that means stealth. Yeah. I'm really good at that. Let's try to sneak up on this guy with my ring mail.
Yeah, so I'll try to sneak up on him too.
Okay. Yeah. You can give me stealth checks.
1.
Well, not starting out good. Oh.
No. I rolled a 4, so...
Good thing I didn't roll that.
Do we want to use our inspiration?
That was a 6.
I'm gonna...
It's not going to matter. Nobody rolled anything.
I'm going to say that probably... You have a ranged weapon, don't you?
Yep.
Okay.
And
he has a ranged weapon, and you are a rage weapon. So, can you... I mean... I'm not going to try... I mean, I did. I rolled a natural 1, so I kind of fucked us.
So, yeah, so you set out to kind of go running after her and, like, literally, like, break free of the underbrush that you've been kind of hiding in fairly loudly.
Now, fuck it. We're doing this live, boys.
Should we just try a range round first?
Yeah, we should try to definitely just kill this guy because we screwed up.
Yeah, horribly.
I'm gonna blame it on her because she was way too eager to take her clothes off and it threw everybody off. Yeah, I just really don't respect that, kind of attitude.
I'm inside going like, by the time you guys get here, I'll be like, the fuck? These guys were going to invite you in if you gave me 5 more minutes.
Right. All right, so
play really loudly.
I will.
You better get that drum out.
I will give the 3 of you one kind of surprise round because literally
I can
he's
throw an axe pretty far.
He's distracted while you're running out. So even though your stealth is shit, you're still moving before he
I wouldn't say a natural one is shit per se.
I've done worse.
So,
I mean, I've rolled less.
what is your bonus to stealth? What is your
0.
0?
Yeah.
I don't feel as bad with my 6 anymore, so...
I guess
Yeah,
I got a minus
my
1.
two.
I was going to say, no, I have actually
That's
seen
still
somebody
pretty bad
roll a
with my
minus
two.
1 stealth.
Adam rolled a
The one
minus
that's supposed to
1,
be
not for
stealthy,
stealth, though.
too.
What was it, a
It's not
wisdom
cheap.
save or
One more
something?
chance, one.
Oh, yeah.
Minus 1, yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often, but this is as close as I will ever get.
All right, well,
I hope.
all right. Well, let's see.
Well, at least I got that one out of the way.
You may not
early
be
on.
quiet, but you probably scared the shit out of him.
So did you guys roll for initiative yet?
No.
Okay, roll for initiative.
13,
And Ulfar, tell me what you got.
14.
14. Hogak.
3.
Sweet.
No,
I'm just gonna
20.
come out of the woods like John
20.
Wick and just snap his neck. I'm going to
John Wick, if he shot 3 shots off before he hit it.
yeah, and then forgot to put a silencer on. Like, oh shit! I forget every time. I'm gonna non-lethally break his neck.
We're going to give you a pencil then if you're doing this John Wick style.
Yeah,
I feel like this was the guy that was like, we're not going to kill everybody.
yeah. I'm not gonna try to kill him. I'm gonna hit him with the other end of my axe, which is double-sided.
Alright, so
I'm just going to say the stick.
Yeah,
this.
the handle.
Sorry, what did you roll? You rolled like an 8 or
I
something?
mean, you
no,
did say
3.
everybody.
3. Right.
Yeah, I said I'd like to try to keep as many allies as possible.
So the blue one here, in case I forget, this is for her as the NPC.
We'll get there.
This one is for the other guy when it comes around. So
What happens if we find out this woman is like the Black Widow or something like that, and she's like already gotten tied up when we get there? And
right.
We'll find out.
fingers crossed, because we're fucking this one up hard. I'm just throwing that out there for Dawn, maybe pick up an idea to save our group.
Don already knows what Scarfield is doing. So
She's gonna spin around, fly through the air.
all right, Harold.
What about our group? I just
Now
had
again,
supper bought
this
for
isn't
me.
the scale because you guys. So
I
she
had
was about
supper bought for me.
So she was about 60 feet ahead of you guys,
Okay.
and now she's presumably walked like another 20 feet or so. So there is a bit of a distance between any of you and her. So
Oh, God, are we going to shoot her in the back?
Well, the problem is that the dog is the problem. I mean,
Well, she's yours.
I can't hurt a doggo.
I bet you
Just
can.
kidding. I can totally murder dogs. I don't care. I'd eat that dog. I literally don't care at
Well,
all.
I'll eat the dog, but if you go after the
There's
dog,
no way
I'll
to
go after
close
the guy.
this in one round, so it's,
I'd miss on purpose.
Yeah,
You
who's?
could run close and huck a javelin or something, and
yeah.
I mean, I don't have a javelin. I have my axes,
So-
but they're also my primary melee weapons, so I don't want to throw them away.
Oh, you're probably a great boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
isn't that your thing, like throwing your weapons away?
Yeah. Yeah, because,
like your signature move.
every time I've done it, it was on purpose.
so I'll run the 30 feet rage and throw a javelin at the dog.
I'll take my haste
All right,
potion,
give me
that's what I'll do.
1 second.
Monster chat it.
While this is going on, Don, if I hear anything, can you let me know?
Yep.
What the fuck? Hey, you! Come here!
Well, we're chatting, so it might not be that apparent.
There's definitely
It's-
nothing going
it's
on
not
out
the
here.
scale.
Well,
No need
yeah, I
to
was
be
gonna say, like, you
No
guys
need to bring reinforcements.
so you guys are basically like
Just keep playing the music.
you're kind of like from here to like the red brick place across the road, away from the palisade yet, with some trees and underbrush and stuff like that. So, there's like I said, there's a couple hundred feet at least.
Oh, I could
so
easily throw an axe 100 feet. I used to be able to college. I could throw a stake right over a mountain. I don't care.
I believe
Yeah.
you. These and other stories from Norse mythology.
Back in college, I could throw a pig skin 3/4 a mile.
Sorry, I'm gonna get fully set up here. Give me 1 second.
Napoleon Dynamite.
I was going to say, what's his name? Rico?
Rico, yeah. That was when I was training to be a cage fighter. Chicks love cage fighters. Guys with skills, that's what it's about.
Fucking Rico.
You say skills, and all I can think of is Napoleon Dynamite.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Block skills, nunchuck skills.
Epic natural 1 skills.
All right.
You did have
So
a
you were
couple high
rolling the
ones in a
javelin
row.
at the
Dog.
at the dog.
Yes.
Okay,
That's the
give me
highest
an
natural one I've
attack
ever
roll.
rolled.
Fetch, Toto.
That is 21.
That will hit.
That's why you got to be careful when you're in the army.
11
Like dog and
damage.
short grenade.
You run out as you guys
I think
break
that's how they make
cover.
dog food.
The dog turns, and before he can say anything, a javelin just lodges into
Yes, we killed the innocent dog.
it. You hear kind of a whimper, but you think it's probably quiet enough to not go super far.
I think it's probably his owner.
Right.
Not my dog. This was given to me by my deceased parents.
Okay.
As he gets a javelin through the head.
He looks like Beethoven.
It is a
Got a
Beethoven.
Saint Bernard look to him for sure.
It would be a mastiff. Vikings were really known for their mastiffs. Gosh, Don doesn't even have class-appropriate dogs. Clearly they call it an English mastiff because it came from Viking territories. Jeez, Don. I don't even know if I want to play this game animore now.
Fair enough.
It's okay. You'll be dead in a minute.
It's
Throw one more
way on
natural
rolling.
one.
Well,
It's going to be really awkward coming here every Monday while you watch.
Yeah. Until Don gets the right dogs, I'm not playing.
As the
The Viking carrier.
as the dog keeper guy, as he turns around to look at you, you watch Skarkle draw 2 daggers out and plunge them into this guy's back, and he at least looks like he's about to scream. It's your turn.
Oh, fuck, Don. I'm distracted by this half-naked woman who just murdered a dude. Like, as a shipbuilder, I'm half-mast right now. All right.
Took off her armor. She's only wearing regular clothes now.
That's all it takes.
It's been a long, cold Viking winter. All right. Well, I mean, I suppose I might as well take my hand axe and do my movement to, you said about 100 feet away?
You said no. You guys are a couple hundred feet away from the palisade.
Oh, okay.
You're about 80 feet away from her.
I believe a throwing hand axe is 30 feet.
I believe it is.
So
Beyond
that's
that-
as close as I can get and do my action.
Beyond that, you do have you can attack, but it would be disadvantage.
So can I get within 30 feet?
It's 20 60.
Okay,
so-
can I get within 20 feet, or you want me to throw
You
disadvantage?
can get to about 50 feet.
So you're throwing disadvantage.
Or you
Okay,
can,
I'll throw them both.
or you can dash.
And I have advantage.
And kill your girlfriend.
Yeah, but if I dash, then I don't get there with
You're not
anything.
gonna get anything.
I gotta take this disadvantage.
Sure.
You guys have
Wow.
no faith
Odds are
in
you'll
my
roll
obviously working plan.
I will. Before I know what you rolled, I will give you advantage on this because he's not moving right now. He's literally like,
Okay. Told you guys I know what I'm doing. Because I rolled a 21.
That'll hit.
I damn well hope so, otherwise we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
For
Alright.
1 damage. Yay.
Not much better. That is 5, 6, 7, 8 damage.
Okay. Are you throwing both axes kind of at the same time?
I mean, I might as well. With advantage, that is a 18.
Okay.
And a 6 and a 4 is 10 damage.
You hurl both axes.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna make that exact noise while I do it too.
You kind of take like a run and then just kind of plant and just like one, take a step, throw the other one.
I'm Ivaring the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, you watch like the first axe kind of catches him in the middle of the chest. He looks about ready to.
Can I throw them
scream.
non-lethally? I want to see if I can stick my axe in his head non-lethally.
Pretty sure if you throw an axe at somebody, they're dying eventually.
I mean,
You know
if
what?
you're really good, you can manage to like flip it so they take the handle or something.
I mean,
but,
I did roll.
He's
No, it's
dead.
okay. He's dead.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not even here, Brego.
He looks about ready to.
Lego
scream.
my Brego.
I'm just narrating.
Yeah.
He looks about ready to scream, and instead you just hear like this as he takes an axe in the middle of the chest, and then another one.
Sounded
just
like
a
he was
little
about
bit
to
below.
ask a question. Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm not sorry.
That was
Dad
a
joke.
stretch, that
Because
one.
guess what? I'm a dad in game too, so I tell dad jokes in character.
So the
That's why I have kids in the game, so I
right.
can RP dad jokes.
So he goes down. Wow, that's a sturdy base.
He's on the
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
He was a hard guy to knock down, but we got him.
All right. So you have a dead dog and bandit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
guard.
got him.
What are you doing with him?
Shit.
I retrieve my javelin.
All right. So you see Hogak heading straight for the dog.
Thank you for choosing the right one there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take my axes out of him and be like, well, I mean, it worked, but he's going to be a hard one to question. He is going to be very tolerant to our interrogation.
I searched the corpse.
Yeah.
Find all the information on a small scroll.
Right.
Convenient note.
Yeah, can we get...
You search his body. He's wearing kind of like standard leather armor, nothing particularly fancy.
He's probably hooped everything. You should look up there, too.
Probably.
All right.
The Viking purse, they call it.
Let me get my pig
You
skin book.
you find 1 silver and 3 coppers on him, as well as let's see, a short sword.
I'll need that for when I hurl all my weapons into the woods next time.
A longbow,
This time throwing
Ooh.
your
and a couple of daggers that he has secured in his.
Would anyone
goods.
be opposed to me taking the longbow?
Go ahead.
Oh, perfect. Because I actually need a longbow.
I'll say 20 arrows. Why not?
Too bad he didn't have time to use a ranged attack. Alright.
So you guys basically loot the corpse, and then presuming you take some time to
I'll give the
actually hide the body.
longbows are-
He's not hiding other things.
Are longbows dex or strength weapons? I can't
Dex.
Dex? Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
I regret nothing about that dog.
What's that?
I regret nothing
what?
about
I got
what I
a
did with the
longbow.
dog.
Did you write down the rest of it, or you want me to write it down? Did you
I
write down?
wrote it down. I'll give the armor to the ranger. She doesn't have hers with her.
Sure.
We're definitely going to try this plan again on the next guard. Eventually, we'll get one
Why are
alive.
you dressing her back up?
Because
That's the plan.
I think we just jump the wall now.
Yeah, you know what?
Yes.
I kind of feel like we need to drag these bodies way off into the woods, and then we need to hang out for a little bit.
Already on the
Yeah,
ball.
he's like, "Why are you taking the clothes off?" I said, "Drag them in the woods."
No, that's what I was doing.
Oh yeah, okay.
I was being polite about it.
Now, as you guys are closer, it's kind of towards dusk. You are close enough as you're kind of dealing with the corpse. As the food's beginning to be served, you would start to play it, and presume. Or?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start to ramp it up. I'm gonna try to get them in inspired mood. I'm gonna sing some songs about Loki's trickery and maybe some battle songs from Tyr, and try to just get them partying.
Oh, all the classics.
Good carousing.
Yes,
drinking,
yeah,
lots
loud, lots of loud
of,
cheering.
Awesome.
I'm gonna
Top
play to
flight.
the crowd of the all these kind of brigands.
So
You should play a song about how terrible it is to be a thief.
No,
Yeah, and how you should definitely turn your life around and
no,
rethink everything.
Absolutely not.
so you guys
Wrong crowd. Sorry.
You guys outside the palisade wall begin to hear music getting louder and louder inside. You hear kind of like the thumping of mugs on a table, and fists, and probably not quite. Well, maybe a bit of dancing. Probably not quite what you'd see at the local longhouse or anything like that on a festival. But
The local longhouse.
it sounds like things are getting a little bit rowdy in there.
So I think that we should drag the body off, hide it under some pine boughs there, and we should basically set up, try to, in case anyone comes looking for them, we can jump them too, and just kind of listen to see how they need to get shit faced because they're going to hear me for sure.
There's only one sensible thing to do with the body. Now, without anyone noticing,
I'm glad you suggested that, not him.
Yeah, come on now.
we take the body,
I'm
without
pretty
anyone
sensible.
noticing, we nail it to a door to get a psychological advantage over our foes, without anyone noticing at all.
This actually happened in a campaign of mine, and it turned out so horribly. And by the end, everything was on fire. People were screaming. Dead bodies were everywhere. It was just like mayhem.
So just like the movie.
Just like the movies, yes. We should Blood Eagle in.
Now, as you kind of, before kind of the food has been served, you've been kind of talking up some of the guys in here. You find that there's actually kind of two different kind of factions in here. One, there's this group of bandits who come into the area.
Let's play the political game on these guys.
You don't quite get exactly where they're from. They're not from too far away, but they're not locals from Varby. But then there's another smaller group of basically locals who mostly like you get like two young men and a young woman who have kind of taken the idea that, you know, this is a better, easier life than hard work, and, you know, they've kind of got that youthful idealism that we can just do this forever and nothing bad's going to happen to us. So you do get the impression that in this group there's about 3 of them. Not all of them in here at one point in time, but
Not quite as committed as the rest.
I
not
swear,
quite.
if
They're-
Brego finds a way to get them to fight each other and we walk in and everyone's dead but him, I am going to quit this game. You know what, Brego? You just take it from here.
I don't think
I'm
the
following
3
you now.
inexperienced ones aren't going to take out the rest of the camp. But
no, I don't think. No, you would think these guys look more like farmers or like regular people than they do experienced fighters.
But you never know. And you spread
Did I
few
get
rumors.
did I get a chance to talk to any of them one-on-one? Any of those 3?
Give them a chance
Sure.
or two.
Because that's basically like I would have a lot in common with them because I left the family farm, like anything to not be a farmer.
Yeah.
Right. So I could relate to that.
Yeah, you've got Tapped was he was a fisherman.
Yeah.
Just following the kind of like the standard. You know,
Don't
the
give me
family
backstory. I have to kill these people.
business. I'm not giving you backstory. I'm giving him backstory because he asked for it.
But
So
I'm
shut
gonna
up.
meta feel bad for
Yeah.
he had 2 small daughters that he really loved, and he's just out here trying to provide. As
Still
I'm
the guy
hacking
and
them
his
apart.
dog.
He's not a bad guy. He just got a tragic backstory.
Good thing I have no soul.
Yes.
Give me all the backstory.
You meet
That was my
Flore,
rage.
who she's
It makes the kill.
she's basically a local farmer's daughter. She's like 17 years old, and
So much for your plan of one woman.
I was like, there's guaranteed no women in this camp. Meanwhile, 3/4 of them are women.
well, not quite, but there's
Ah.
there's definitely a couple.
And I have to kill women and dogs, Don. You're a terrible person.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, this is about equality. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
it's true.
And you also you at least hear, you don't see, but you hear about this other guy, Kortsigtig, who's
Say
kind
that
of-
3 times.
kind of-
Corpse you take.
ooh, he appears in front of you.
Yeah, it stabs you with a hook.
You got one wish.
He's,
I'm gonna give that
he's,
alone.
he's willing to help you haunt the house to get rid of the bad people who've moved in.
But no, I want.
Is there oil in the house?
Anyway, before this goes way off the rails.
Right.
So, okay, rule number 1 to this game: Corey will never get a wish ever.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's where it won't do anything super.
we got to keep this at least rated R.
Like the rating can never go lower than that.
No, like
or...
it can't go higher.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Come on now, I'm not that bad.
I know. I'm just kidding. Mostly, not really.
No, I was gonna say.
I don't want to know what you have to do from an audio perspective to go above an R rating.
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out.
Challenge accepted.
Put it back on! Put it back on!
Aww.
And we're banned from YouTube.
Right.
Not skin tube.
Right. Who's basically the same kind of thing. Like he's just kind of like a youngest son of a family. Kind of feels like he's been underappreciated. Like he doesn't really have a future on the family farm because he's not going to be the one to inherit.
Oh, I already have to kill this guy. Jeez.
But you don't meet him. He seems
Yeah.
to be out.
Do they?
on guard.
Are they noticeably different? Like, do they
He's-
look like kids in farm clothes instead
and
of
his dog were just
They're
walking around the
They're
camp.
kind of dressed pretty much the same as everybody else is at this point.
The best hearted out of all of them, he's out there somewhere with his dog, just enjoying the wilderness. Such a good guy, that guy.
Oh, yeah. He's a family man.
Yeah.
He's never hurt anybody. He just
Yeah.
likes to go out and walk with the
Yeah,
dog.
we had a hard time convincing him to come along, but his child's really sick and he needed the money.
His
So
dog is really good at finding truffles out here in the mountains. Like, this is great.
God, I hope
Quite
if
as
anyone
good-
survives, it's him.
Not quite as good as a pig, but yeah. No.
Perhaps by the man in the
so has the
coward
halfling
dog.
been around much?
That the halfling has been around a lot. He's called upon. You catch the name Arda several times.
Okay.
And basically, it's like Arda, bring the wine. Arda, bring more ale. Arda, get the food. Arda.
Will
do
he
this.
make eye contact or is his head down always?
He
trying to assert your dominance over him or something?
He from time to time
I need the eye
kind of looks like he's trying to get a glimpse of you. Like you're somebody new. He doesn't have to make of you, so he wants to. He's pretty surreptitious about it, but he does a couple of times make eye contact.
If possible, I'm just going to give him like a smirk and a wink, just like I see you.
Sure.
That's all. Like nothing. No, I'm not going to try to talk to him. Just like
he brings. So you do this. You kind of give him an indication that maybe you're kind of
not what I seem to be.
Yeah, or like maybe you're at least friendly to his position.
Yeah.
So he's pretty cautious to not spend much time around you for the next half hour. But then the next time he brings you a drink, as he puts it down, he seems like you think he intentionally spills a bit of it. So he's close to you, kind of with his head down for a couple of seconds.
Okay.
He totally misinterpreted this wink by the way.
So I'm going to go...
Spills it on your lap and
Yeah.
like, let me get that for you.
That's all right. You got to pay extra for that usually.
Your hands are
I'm going to
so
go
small.
down. I'm going to out loud. I'm going to be like, "What the hell?" And then I'm going to go down and be like, "Stay close, friends. It's not always as it seems."
He's got Stockholm though. He turns on you immediately.
Maybe.
Right, he stabs you in the throat.
Yeah.
No.
Possible.
I'll win my freedom.
Once in the throat, but twice in the testicles. Because he's right there.
It is my ex-girlfriend.
I did wake up.
He gives you a look. He doesn't say anything, but he gives you kind of a determined look that you don't think he's angry towards you, but you get kind of like a hard, like he's angry at these people.
Yeah.
And he kind of gives you this look of determination that you would interpret as.
Well,
if
soon
he could
he'll
do
have a much
something-
better slave master, so no worries.
And slave abuser.
Okay.
So you're just kind of keeping things ramped up.
Yeah,
and
I'm just
getting
going to keep
people
trying to
closer.
get, like, I'm encouraging them. I'm just going to ramp up the stories, and I'm really leaning into, like, songs about bandits and songs about, like...
Johnny Cash style songs.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I'm just going to really rant, like...
The Man
I
in
want
Black
them to be
Pride.
celebrating.
Eating cake in the bush. That's a kite.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got, there's lots of drink flowing in here at this point. The food is going pretty good. There's some kind of roast animal that's being carved up.
Can I see what I presume was the bandit captain lady? Is she involved in this, or is she...
Oh yeah, she's not, you're not kind of sitting right close to her. Like, there's kind of like, there's a table and she's at the head of it, and you've kind of got a position off to the side where you're kind of performing where everyone can hear you.
Yeah.
She's in the midst of this. Like, she's, from her perspective, they've been successful for a couple of weeks. You'd catch some of this in discussion. Like, she's boasting to her comrades. You note a couple of them that look a little bit smarter or more capable, and a couple that look like they're basically the big hired goon. And there's one woman, another woman as well, who just looks like this huge beast of a woman.
Mama?
Actually,
One's sturdy, one is sturdy.
oh, well,
I can't hit my own mom now.
You think Ulfar's mom could possibly have a good run in with
Yeah.
this one?
Mom, is that you?
I thought of what would be it'll take a minute before I can find this, but yeah, the mead, the drink is flowing well up here.
This is a very diverse crowd of people.
Is there still, like, guards, or is everybody just
I hope the
campfired
pay
it
is
now?
You've seen a couple people come and go. You feel like they are still keeping
75 silver for
a
every
guard. You think at this point that there can't be more than maybe
Again,
2 or
realistically,
3 people
that
that are still out based on what you've
first
seen.
bitch I killed today. Referring to the dog? That's going to be my one-liner.
Oh no, it was a male dog.
Oh.
Don't ask how.
Was it a male or female dog that we killed? I'm setting up a one-liner here, so...
I don't know. Odd it's a male, even it's a female. It was a female.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You made one line away, sir.
He actually
The
had
gods
two
have
different ones.
smiled.
He actually had 2 different ones. He just wanted to know which one to go.
Yeah, I just want to know which one to go with so that I was in lore.
Yeah. So it wasn't going to be squished.
I have a feeling if it was male, he wouldn't have been the one-liner. He was just...
Yeah, it would have been really hard.
As I'm...
There you go.
It
She's like that.
Oh, wow.
It's just like huge.
Wow
club.
is right.
Yeah.
She ate a Valkyrie.
Yes.
Two.
So as I'm entertaining,
She's a
I'm
solid
going to act like I'm drinking a lot, but I'm not.
Give me a deception check. I'll give you advantage on it because your character, I feel, is kind of a natural drinker.
That's a 22.
Awesome. You're good. Yeah.
Okay.
You're kind of like, you tip it up, maybe you spill a little bit, or you put it down and intentionally dump a little on the floor, but looks like, and you're just playing it up like,
Yeah.
I've done it before.
It's a
in
party.
real life.
Cool.
Yes.
You guys are outside. You guys are outside. You notice over time a couple of you see somebody up in this corner who you watch somebody go in and somebody else come out and disappear into the bush someplace. You presume that there's been some kind of a changing of guard shifts.
Okay. Well, so someone came in. So there was another guard out here.
Yeah, so you've seen someone. You've watched somebody go both ways at this point.
Shit, they're gonna eventually notice one of their guards hasn't come back. Damn it.
Split the party, split the party.
It's
I'll
pretty-
cast Revivify
It's
on the dog.
it's
The dog didn't deserve anything.
right.
Yeah.
Now it's
It wasn't even a mean guard dog. It was friendly.
now it's alive and it's got emotional scars.
Yeah.
Come on, just emotional scars. There.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that actually maybe we can play this up a little bit. They're gonna send out a couple. Like the party's on. Someone goes. It's night. It's dark by now.
It's dusk.
I mean, let's face it. A guard doesn't show up. They're not gonna send the entire camp out looking for him. Maybe
What if
he just got lost.
We have,
Give me
Ambush the
give me
big
perception check.
Perception is my deal.
nope. That's a
20.
14.
14. You think the guy that the individual that walks out looks like they're stumbling a little bit.
Oh, they're drunk already.
You think they're probably into their cups a little bit. From the
When
sound,
Brego has a party, it's a fucking party.
Yeah.
you do know, like you've been in a longhouse, you've been in an inn, you know that Brego can raise the roof pretty good.
The guards are drunk.
By the way, give me a performance check. I'll
So
give
this
you
is a lot
advantage.
like my real life experience.
24.
Nice.
Man, you
You
are
wanna roll it
blasting
again to see?
AC/DC out there.
So 19.
Right. Nice. Yeah, it sounds raucous in there. You can hear Brego like leading in chants, and people
I'm gonna
picking up.
tell our two rangers to. I mean, they didn't sign up for a full-on battle here, so they've done more than enough. They're welcome to come along with us and continue trying to get rid of this group, but I think that we should go after the drunk guard and try to take him alive.
I think we should have at least one of the rangers go into the woods and just make a hell of a lot of noise, and then we head in from the other way. Like the guards.
You don't want to try to take out a bunch of guards
No.
because they're going to come back in if we start.
Now, have you guys gotten closer to the palisade at this point?
Yeah.
Because remember, it's only 4 feet tall, so you can also like just take a look in and see. Like, you
I mean,
kind of like.
I guess, yeah. Maybe you want to go up and just take a peek in and see what's going on inside.
It would make sense just to
I'm
sneak
not.
in and try to hear that.
I'm not going anywhere near this thing. Not until we're ready to start slaying.
Up to you guys. You guys tell me what you want to do.
If you want to, then
Yeah.
by all means, just take a quick peek in to see if you see anybody walking around. I think if we go in, we need to wait till they're at the drunk part, which might mean they're more willing to fight. We need to get into that they've drank too much and they can't fight phase. So if it's only just getting dark and the party's still going on,
You've heard drinking and carousing. It's been allowed at this point.
we don't
for
hear
about an
screaming
hour.
from Brego in any sort of bad way. So there's no reason for us to rush this.
What could happen to me?
Absolutely nothing.
Crazy right now sounds like we're more putting him at risk.
He's just doing his best Angus.
Yeah, we're putting him at risk by terrible things we do outside the walls.
Bon Jovi never got fucking stabbed. I'll be fine.
There you go. That's the spirit.
Bon Jovi. Yeah, I think maybe we should go try to get the. I mean, I don't want to rush into the place because, like I said, if we get in there and they're drunk, but they're like fighting drunk, which let's face it, we've all been there once or twice. That's the worst time. We all have resistance to everything then.
Last Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys want to try to get a guard alive, and maybe we could at least get a number of how many people are inside? Because at this point, I mean, there must be a lot of noise coming out of there.
A lot of noise.
I mean, there is only 3 of us in. That's a lot of people to take on. I would like to try to peel a few off if we could, like an onion.
Like the layers of an onion.
Cry the whole time I do it.
Right.
You guys, you want to go get the other guard? Are you down with that, Harold? I mean, if we go in, I'm not. I'm trying to think of like what our end game would be. I mean, if we go in now, we're definitely getting in a fight and having to fight our way out. And then Brego's already in there. He's like, if we wait till they start passing out randomly and they're like real drunk, which from the sounds of it, they're well on their way, then we can go in there and, slit throats and keep him away from the goats.
I want to try to sneak my way up to the wall along with a Hogak.
Yeah, I want to get up the wall and try and hear and see a bit more on what's going inside.
Take like a count too.
Yeah, I want to try and see
See if we can try and see Brego.
I'll give him my night vision so he has better.
Okay, so run.
You'll be able to see me. I'm standing right beside the campfire.
Right. so run this by. Who's doing what?
I'm staying back.
We're sneaking
back.
inside.
We're sneaking at least to the wall, not
Yeah.
necessarily
To the wall.
inside.
All right, you're trying to go stealthily.
Yeah.
Give me stealth checks.
You have advantage because you're an advantage rogue.
17.
17. Okay.
Okay, Corey's just
What did you roll?
Not one.
Now, well, what is that total though?
Still.
Like a 6 or something?
Yep, 6.
6. Okay.
Maybe I should have went.
It's pretty loud.
So
Yeah, it is pretty loud.
you don't see any of this.
He falls and pales himself on the wall.
You see.
He's 4 inches taller than the palisade and somehow isn't pale.
Yeah, right through his chin.
You
Like
see.
a Final Destination thing.
You see a couple people out by a fire
Well, just
outside, and you watch as one of them somewhat. Give me perception checks, both of you.
This is way easier in real life because
16.
it turns out that a
16.
dagger to the throat
18.
always does max damage.
You both
Yeah.
Yeah,
both
you don't
catch
have to worry
that he's
about
got a bit of a stagger,
not killing
and
him.
he basically heads out to. Looks like he's heading out the back gate. To you think probably have a piss.
I was just about to say.
Can I just say,
for a personal moment.
here, I'll give you guys a little pro tip. If you want to kidnap somebody from a camp, kidnap the cook because he knows everything. Does he look like he might just be a worker?
You don't know. You're not seeing this yet.
I'm saying this on behalf of my friend.
Yes.
If I grab
You're
him, will you, gag him or something?
Sure, I got some rope I can gag him.
Why are you taking your pants off, okay?
He's routinely got rope and duct tape.
Yeah.
You don't even know what.
I've actually made a kit here with all of the essentials I use.
You don't even know what the silver stuff is. You just know that you seem to stick it to all kinds of things.
What kind of-
Halfway through gagging him and he spanked him. It's like, what are you doing?
That is a very short. That's a really short javelin you have in there. What is that for?
The gagging.
What's on that rag? I don't know. Smell it.
So you can try to sneak up on him?
Yeah, we'll try to sneak up on him.
Sure.
Well, you're
That's
slowly
a
getting
nat
sneakier.
one.
That is not one. All
You
right,
guys
Ken.
are the best couple out there. I want you always to
What'd you
roll
roll?
20s and
I
1s.
got a 5, so 10.
Even the
One
drunk
is,
can't be
stealth
surprised.
that's a 3.
Oh, good
We're
lord.
doing good. Can we have them together?
I would have to shoot this
So
dude
what
with
did
a
you,
longbow.
what did you roll total?
10.
10, and you rolled
3.
3.
If you get caught, just murk him.
Yeah. Javelin time.
All right. So you guys presumably are moving closer.
Just like a little.
So he'll come up. He's kind of like over here.
Did you wait till he was like rocking a piss or not?
Well, it looked like he was going to the
Yeah,
bathroom, right?
yeah.
He's on the way
Jumping
there.
a dude with his penis in his hand is always such a mean thing to do, but
And-
it's so effective.
Right. Terribly effective.
Because you know that they're
super
not
awkward.
Yeah, they're not going to let go, and it's going to piss all over their boots. So
Right.
Wow, and you're not going to turn around and fight until you zip up?
yeah, and then you'll probably get it caught, the Franken beans caught in the old zipper, and then you're
Ooh.
distracted. And
See, the beans are above the frank, and it's nothing but trouble from
Speak
there
about
on.
rolling a natural one.
yeah, don't get
So
jumped.
you guys
Pissing.
can move closer.
Okay, yeah.
This you are to scale at this point. At least the two of you. Everybody else, I think, is still a bit further back. But
I'd be like, what the fuck are they doing?
you
As
get,
they wander off into the
you
woods.
get right up to them, and I don't even know what you do. You
It's this old bones again.
yeah.
You hear his back just creaking the whole time.
Right. And this guy, somewhat drunkenly, you can see him there. He's kind of standing there, like yeah, but he's kind of like humming, like you can hear the music coming from the longhouse pretty well. So
He
he's
broke the seal. He'll be out in 5 more minutes again. Anyway,
he's kind of humming and tap. You see like the foot tapping, and then he's like what? And you two can roll initiative for me.
man, I hate getting axed in the head when I'm trying to take a piss. It's so awkward.
Super awkward. And he is.
Such a buzzkill.
Yeah, I mean, try to get drunk. You're in a crowd of barely 50-50 men and women, evidently. You might actually get lucky in this group.
Right.
And then someone hacks your head off.
just has
Harold,
your
what do you
back.
roll? Sorry?
This is the most diverse
14.
group of bandits I've ever fought.
Hogak?
11.
It's like they all work for Google or something.
So are we going to try and kill him, or are we going to try and
Women
pretend that we're
weren't
drunk
always-
people from the camp
I
as
was
well? Just
thinking,
So,
What's that?
Harold,
Women
you're
weren't
up.
always homekeepers.
so how close was I? You said I was right in front of him?
What's that?
You said I was right in front of him?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's kind of like half turning around to see what's going on. I mean, he's.
So we're...
I guess...
We'll say you're probably back a little bit further than that, but
Yeah,
not
yeah,
much.
yeah.
You're kind of right out there.
Is he,
I'm not really clear
is
with
there
that.
like a tree nearby?
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah, okay,
There's
yeah,
a,
so-
there's a small copse of trees that he's.
Just rock a piss right beside
As he
him.
turns around, I
We'll
will
go with it.
Hey, dude.
burst forward,
you
grab
got
him,
there?
and try and
Nice.
smash him against a tree.
Give me an athletics check.
As he pushes his head through a tree branch.
Yeah. You're going for a grab, so we'll make that a grapple.
Imagine the next guy.
Going for a grab.
Plus
I mean, that is a way to interrogate. I will tell you. If you
Watch
grab
this,
onto him,
Gumby.
That's 24.
24. All right.
hang him in the tree
And
branch.
give me
It's the worst kind of wedgie you've ever had.
give me an unarmed attack with
No, yours is when
with
someone stands
advantage.
on your shoulders, so
So
just pull out.
To hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of my college days grappling with
That's,
guys.
uh,
And no,
Go ahead and roll me damage.
I don't care
So-
what they say. It's 16 inches now.
1 second. Check.
I missed part of that. It's your
So,
16 now.
D4
It's
award.
exactly what you think.
D4 plus your strength mod. I don't care about the normal rules regarding an unarmed attack. You're bashing a guy's head into a tree. So
There's one there,
that's not the same
AJ.
as
Unless
a
you
fist.
have like
I feel like it'd be awesome if
got
he
one
like
here,
stuck
too.
his head right through a tree branch so that he's still in the position,
got one he
the
put-
same position,
Just
but
look
dead, just being held
there we
up by
go.
a
So
tree
that's
branch.
1d4 plus 3, so 6.
6? Nice. You clock him into this, and whether it's the alcohol or he's just not overly, well, not nearly as sturdy as Ulfar's mom, but
Few people are.
he slumps. He's just
No
like,
one
"Ugh."
compares his dirt.
Ugh.
I'll bash his head again just to be sure.
Roll it again.
I hope your
Make you
crit
roll an
crushes
attack.
skull.
That's 6 again.
Another 6 again. He looks thoroughly unconscious unless you're trying.
Thoroughly
are you trying to make
unconscious.
sure he's unconscious, or like you going for like crush his skull dead? You tell me what your goals were.
I know was the plan all along.
Leave him unconscious.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just feel him go like ragdoll limp.
I mean, are we going to be polite and put his thing away for him, or are we just going to
no,
let it hang
but
on?
I will-
Leave it out.
Corey will do it.
No, we're going to leave it there. It's going to be intimidation. Attack.
So there's a question in there.
I got a dagger. We'll make this one. He'll talk.
Didn't even hear
Give
that.
me a dex save.
It's real sobering
Oh.
when someone does that.
No,
Make a handy keychain.
That's 15.
Good luck charm. It's like a rabbit's foot.
That's 17.
17.
You ever watch
You get a little bit of pee on your leg.
But
Behind us or
I
whatever?
have advantage.
You ever watch
because
that movie?
I have a bonus to that because my rest.
Where he kills the Minotaur and
I think
can't
it's
cut his horn off
Oh,
because it's too
is
hard.
that the
No,
one
'cause
with,
this isn't doing any
what's his
damage
name
to
there?
you.
Off of,
You get a little
East
pee on
Down
your
Down.
leg.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. though.
He kills a Minotaur, but his horn is too hard. He wants to take a trip.
Hypothetically,
So he
it could be a danger,
and it's like
but
this long behind. He has it on a
If you're gonna
necklace,
attack the
it's like
guy,
down here.
whack his head into a
It's a good
tree
movie, I
while
liked
he's
it.
rocking a piss. You gotta take risks.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
But I will note danger sense does not specify damage.
Mm,
Any effect you can see.
yeah,
Just for the future note.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Don says no.
The man has been humiliated and knocked
You
unconscious.
come up and see this.
Once again, so much like my college years.
See this guy basically just hanging limp in Harold's hands, and
So that's your secret.
Hanging limp in Harold's hands.
in several ways. I mean,
It's
In less
it's
than
a double
6
limp.
seconds.
and I quote, "Are you being polite and putting his thing away?" I am not. So he is in every way hanging limp here.
All right. Well, I think that we should.
Are you-
If anything has happened so
we
far
should
in this
time
whole
up.
campaign that I want
Time
somebody
Yeah.
to draw
Right,
up
we're gonna
and
go for
color.
questions. Time.
yeah, I want the dude who
Use it.
does nothing to put it away because I don't want to look at it.
No,
I
I
mean-
leave it out for intimidation.
Okay, fine. We'll leave it out. I have my axe.
He's in the
Leave it out-
bush.
exactly.
Okay, so you guys
Should we
you
prop
guys
it up
tie
on
him
a
up
stump?
and
Yeah,
are you kind of dragging him back to the rest of the group, or
Well, how far away are we from the gate there? Like, we're already by a tree.
you are right here? You are like
60
25
feet.
feet away.
Do we just want to like tie him up to like the backside of the tree?
Yeah, just leave him like in the bush or something like that.
Do that, and I sprint back at them, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, keep him out of any other guard patrol areas. But
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just
They
gonna-
just switched guard though, right?
no, he wasn't a guard.
Oh,
he
he
was
was
just,
just always in that.
he was just really dumb because why wouldn't he piss inside? Who cares? But I'm saying it worked for us, so
You don't piss where you.
I'd have pissed right on the tent. Like if people are getting eaten by wolves everywhere they go, I ain't going outside to take a leak. Like I am staying as close. Yeah, I don't care who sees.
No,
Everyone's
you're
drunk
just standing
anyway.
there against the fire.
He's probably the guy that
torches.
has to clean the tents. That's why he pissed inside.
Yeah. Oh, there's people pissing all over the sides of the tent.
Fucking little fools.
Yeah. At least they're not smart like me and go way out in the bush in the dark, where nothing bad will ever happen.
But you know what? If he had brought a torch with him,
Yeah.
by howdy.
Yeah.
By
People
howdy.
underestimate torches. I don't get it. A torch could have saved this guy's life.
Now is Brego doing? And you're just kind of keeping things going. Are you doing
Oh,
anything different inside?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm just going to keep encouraging them. I might do some like different little chants. Try to do some chants. Try to cheer everybody. Get them
You should sacrifice something.
Sure.
kind
Them
of
to start sacrificing
participating
their own people.
Right.
into it.
You're trying to basically keep everybody distracted
look
inside. as well.
Distracted,
Right.
loud,
You're
and
lucky.
drinking.
You look super
Right.
sacrificial.
And like this goes great for my reputation. If any of these people do survive, they're gonna be like, "This is the party of my life." Like,
Right.
To ask, I don't want to. I wasn't there. Okay, I was just gonna say, did you disregard everything? I won't metagame that hard. I don't want to go up and look, but I also want to.
is actually before you pass on from me,
I wanted to know how
is the
drunk
half
everyone looked.
elf around?
Oh, they're asking how big he was. I was gonna
The
say-
like him?
No, the halfling. Sorry.
Halfling, yeah, he's still bopping around. He
Yeah.
disappears for a while. And then comes
I'm gonna
back.
ask him like, I need you to bring me a drink right away.
Okay. He goes and comes back with whatever you've asked for, an ale or meat or
Yeah.
beer or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna lean down and thank you and say, if the gates were unlocked, it would go a long way to rescuing you. I'll just whisper that in his ear.
Okay.
Oh, we all know they got tricksy little fingers too, like cabbage pickers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they're good at.
Do you
That's
tell him
Just
anything
like carnies.
quickly
Little
about
fingers.
Oh, he's already got the
associates
hand.
outside or anything like that, or are you just kind of telling him that
Towing
maybe
a
now
lot.
he's just kind of
Towing a hard.
I don't know if I would have time for that. I think it would just be like a very quick, just be like if the doors were unlocked, you'd have a better chance of getting the hell out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then back to singing and chanting, and hope that my murder hobo friends don't kill him.
Well, we've been murder hoboing, so
I'm a professional.
he owns a house. He's not a hobo. Yeah, he's a middle class murderer.
right.
Yeah. Proud home.
All right.
Literally, this started with like we should try not to kill everybody.
Well, we've only really killed one guy.
That was his
And a
opinion.
dog.
I did not comment on that.
Yeah.
So Ulfar, you and Skogeg and Skarpil, you were sort of Hogak brings the rest of you up. I'm presuming you guys kind of like take up a position kind of here to continue surreptitiously moving around or heading in or whatever you're doing. What did you say? You asked something about I want to know.
I wanted to know if when they saw inside, like how drunk did everybody look?
Oh, I see.
I was just trying to do
I
that
thought he was
without being
asking
like,
about
how
the
drunk
size
is
of
everybody?
something.
Right.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said 8.
An 8 out of 10? What did you say? 8?
You were like,
I don't understand what.
I'm just
lost.
assuming it means he's a little guy.
Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah, so you
Oh. Yeah, that wasn't the question I was asking at all. Yeah.
I misinterpreted it.
Yeah. I was asking how drunk everyone was. I can clearly see this man is nuts. It's got a lot of balls to come out here in the dark, that's for sure.
With no torch.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You're just dicking around out in the woods.
That's right.
Isla, come here.
So
Tell me what you guys are doing. You hear like rousing, almost like war chants going on inside. Sounds like everybody's involved.
I'm gonna be like slightly jealous because I feel like Brego didn't even do that good of a job when he was at my father's funeral.
It's a funeral.
Yeah, but I mean it's
Kind
a
of a
Viking
different
funeral.
kinda-
Like war chants and stuff. Like I didn't know. I could. Is that like an extra package you have to pay on the side for?
Normally
it's just like a couple of songs
it's a
and then
bonus. It's like you get the Viking package kind of includes like a couple of free recitations about how great your dad was and maybe a prayer to the gods to accept him.
Let's be honest.
The afterlife.
Bandits party a little bit different than shipwrights.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like you've never been in the Navy before. All right. So
well, we know there's another guard that came up and switched out, and that's not him. So
yeah, that's
are
not
we
him.
looking
So
for
we got to
him?
deal with this other guard too.
Yeah.
And he just switched, so I feel like it's a good time to make sure he's gone because he also might find the other body. So this guy's unconscious. Why don't we go take care of the other guard and leave a ranger with him, one of our guides to guard him?
Sure.
Because he's gagged too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he can't scream. Or anything.
Of course he is.
I have 6 gags. Which one would you like?
Right.
They come in different colors. Which one matches his eyes?
You look. You see this guy tied to a tree with this strange ball in his head.
It's like rainbow colors. Like, how do they even make that?
Carefully.
Give me a survival check. I feel like your character.
Did you say that the guard looked drunk too?
Yeah.
Oh.
The guy that
He
came
came
out.
out drunk.
Oh, okay. Well, this is going in our favor. It's a good thing we're out here.
22. You
Doing all the hard work.
as you kind of wander over towards the path coming out.
Yep.
It takes you about 5 seconds to pick up this guy's tracks. Like it looks whoever it looks like they were kind of walking hard.
And he's stuck in a
Definitely
bush.
had like a stagger to it. So
Yummy.
Like about here then?
yeah, probably about there. You'd have seen him kind of come out and head in this direction.
I think
into the woods.
I think the 3 of us should go.
Sure.
I think that
Give me-
it's pretty impressive that Harald almost killed a dude with a tree.
Give
I like to improvise.
Should we keep one of the rangers on the pasto guy?
Yeah, we'll
The
keep the
other
2
one-
rangers on the pasto guy, and the 3 of us will go get the other guard.
I was going to say, should we put like the other ranger up here to
Tell-
try and see anything going on?
Give me a travel order and tell me how you're moving. That's all I need to know.
I'll move out front because I can see in the dark.
Oh yeah,
I don't know that yet.
I
though.
can't. Yeah,
I think
none of us know that. So
Yeah.
no.
Creak like a freaking rusty door.
Yeah.
Brego knows that from the last session, but
Yeah.
you guys don't.
I'll move in the front. I won't meant to say why, but I'm in the front.
I'll be like, man, it's like
Check
this guy
if
can
you're
see in the
following
dark or
tracks.
something.
Yeah, he is vastly more experienced than everybody
Yeah.
else.
I'm just gonna chalk it up to
by
100
the way, I
years.
think it's darker and
That was,
darker. How are you
Nat
2
20? Nat
23?
navigating? 23?
Well, clearly torches aren't the way to go because they're useless in all
so
scenarios.
you're just kind of moving slow and trying to.
Why are you abandoning the torch ship, man?
Yeah, I
Come
know.
on.
I'm just joking. No, I mean, how is there enough light coming out of the camp that we can kind of wake our way around?
There's not a lot of light coming. I mean, if you were inside the palisade, there would be a lot of light. There's kind of some. It's kind of like
I mean, he's walking out here drunk. so we can't be worse off than he is.
Yeah, no,
You've
for
been
sure.
in the dark too,
You,
right?
you
Yeah.
guys, you guys
My
would be
whole
used
life.
to like if you needed if you needed to do what this guy did, like basically go outside and rock a piss. You wouldn't go out with a torch. You
Yeah.
just walk out.
I
in
mean,
the
I've
dark,
killed
find a
people in the
tree.
dark before in
Is it-
real life,
is it
so
as dark,
let's
you know,
just do the same
As
thing
it is
here.
right now, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's well, it's maybe a smidge darker than that.
Darn, my
but-
neighbor's going to be like, why do these people keep pointing at my house?
And anybody listening on YouTube is like, why do they keep referring to shit out the window?
See what you're talking about.
I think that...
What house? What red brick house?
If you can imagine me
picture and
bashing
post
a guy's half a tree, you can imagine me looking at a house.
Right.
I think
So-
we're going to go just... go zero... Just go dark.
Sure.
Bravo 6 going dark.
Cool. Give me insight checks, the two of you.
No, I'm good at these. Not really. 16.
16.
Hey, do you want to like roll some dice
with
one
a-
day or what? Because I mean, really, you haven't rolled about
6.
5
Okay.
today. Really cut this guy from the team. He's in the minors.
So Hogak, you're
for the survival check.
Hogak, you're kind of just trying to pay attention to the ground and make sure you don't bump into anything. You
Way to go, Rogue.
Ulfar, you're kind of impressed at how well Harald seems to be moving around in the dark. Like the guy, he doesn't seem encumbered at all. He's not really slowing down. He's just kind of.
He's half blind. He walks around in the dark all day.
He's just creaky.
You guys travel.
I'm just gonna go by the sounds of his bones.
right. So you guys are
And
you
they are
trying to,
there.
you're trying to travel stealthily?
Yeah.
Cool.
Want me to roll stealth?
I don't even care right now. You guys.
Because I rolled good for once, so
Wasted.
really? What did you
Wasted.
roll?
I rolled a 16.
We're just going to save that for next time.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's gonna. I'm gonna put that in the bank.
Right.
Yeah.
You kind of follow the path over in this direction. You go about 150 feet, and behind some bushes, you kind of find a spot.
What's that?
It's
Yeah,
really
all
good
three
for
of us.
peeing.
You find a spot that's kind of like the grass looks kind of worn down. It looks like it's almost like a regular picnic spot or something like that, like the kind of place people visit on a regular basis. And you find this
Female guard.
Pretty-
Female guard. Female guard.
you find this guy just passed out drunk.
Oh! Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, let's hit him anyway. No.
Stomp.
I
You
You
turn
hear
your back.
a sharp snap
A moment
noise.
later, you heard Hogak making some noises.
all right. I think that we should probably,
No,
if
I'm
he's
silent
passed
in that
out,
regards.
clearly he is an infanteer. If he's passed out on guard duty, then I think we should bag this guy up and drag him back as well. Tie him to the same tree.
Sure. Don't you want to interrogate him first?
No, we'll tie him. We'll bring him back to the other guy. Tie them both to the tree so they're both there, and we can interrogate both of them.
Alright, well, let's go to the camp. Though someone more likely to hear us. Right inside.
Yeah,
the
but they're
camp.
gagged and everything, aren't they?
Well, we gotta-
I just feel like either we're gonna have to kill him here, or leave him.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just leave him. He is passed out drunk. I mean, he's not gonna wake up probably.
We could just tie him there.
Are you guys having this discussion in character while this guy's...
Yeah, like legitimately, I
Like
feel like
standing around and being like, he's probably not going to wake
Yeah,
up.
I don't know. Do we have to hit him? Do we tie him up? Can we gag him?
This guy's laying on the ground.
take his
He's
clothes.
actually wide awake
when we're
now.
not being
Just-
recorded, I'll tell you the time I actually did this in real life, and it went way off rails, and people almost got charged. But that's off camera time.
Right. Fair
There was a
enough.
lot of things said about what happened to that person that shouldn't be said on the internet.
This guy could be wide awake on the ground right now going, holy shit, are they going to kill me? Are they going to gag me?
I'll just pretend I'm still unconscious.
I know what they did to Bill. I'm just going to be quiet.
Yeah, so.
When I did my
I
first
think we should just tie
volunteering
him up
course
where
in
he
the
is,
military,
Yeah,
it was
I'll
like
carry him back.
overcast.
Tie him
And
up.
Actually,
it was
no,
like you
look at
doing
this,
night
you can work
navigation.
right
there.
It was so dark. It was like you couldn't see this, and you had to read a map
Yeah,
with a
Irish
compass,
strength
and then like
Yes,
make your way like
Yeah,
several
Irish
miles.
score.
And
I
it's
did that in
like,
Boy Scouts.
yeah,
not-
One arm. Just
yeah, it was like so dark that it was just like all you could hear is just people falling in the woods all over the place.
You want them alive, you're carrying them back.
Yeah, I'll carry him back.
So have you guys figured out what you're doing?
Yeah, we'll gag him and tie his hands up and everything, and I'll throw him over my shoulder. We'll bring him back and tie him to the tree with the other dude.
Okay.
I'd like to try to
He's
keep
getting
the
the
Rangers
blue
as our guards while we go in. That way they can kind of man the fort while we're gone.
Sounds good. You successfully tie him up.
Hope so.
Who's tying the knots?
Well, I was in the Navy, so let's face it. I think I can tie
Oh,
like
yeah.
800 knots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Hogak's rope.
We're not in the Navy.
Hogak's gay.
I mean-
Builder.
Is that not a guy in the Navy in Viking terms? I mean,
No.
Yeah, it totally is, Don.
I was
I'm
the guy
going to
who
have to
made-
disagree with your own game.
That's like
This is now canon.
I had a player one time who's like, well, would I have an advantage on tying knots because, and he's like, he's a war domain cleric who comes from the north, like basically like Viking type culture in a different setting, and I'm like, you picked the acolyte background. You are not.
You ever
the
meet the church clergy?
Well, yeah, but
Anyway,
regardless,
I'm thinking either he's good because he's got some weird shit he does on the weekends, or
True.
I can tie sails and stuff like that, things like that.
pick one of
It's
y'all.
on Thursday night.
Let's roll off. Who's tying the knots?
Well, who's better use rope skill?
I rolled a natural 1. You're tying knots, bud.
Cool. Give me a dex check or dexterity. Yeah, just a dex roll straight up.
If it's dex, then it's definitely
Well, I
you.
got a 19 off that.
Yeah.
Plus.
Like, plus 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so 22.
He
Right
ties the knots so good that I'm like, I'm kind of concerned about what you do on the weekends. Like,
It's concerned about Thursday
I
night.
thought we weren't judging.
yeah, we're not. We're not.
But you're probably impressed.
I'm impressed and concerned.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
never seen somebody do this with a single length of rope.
And as quickly as that.
Right.
Some people die in knots on their Saturday nights. Some people do 3D models of witch women
I-
on their Saturday
I
nights.
just feel like somebody needs to
Oh,
drop.
I feel like this is getting personal. Let's let
I just feel
Brego's
like-
going to die.
I just feel like somebody needs to drop the term rope buddy in here.
All of a sudden you hear over the wall, Brego is a spy, and then everybody runs away.
All right. You notice over time your little halfling buddy kind of you watch him sort of bring drinks to the main table, and then he kind of looks at you as he kind of turns at the serving tray, but instead of disappearing down to like the far end of the hall, you watch him disappear out the back door.
Okay.
All right, and you guys
Nobody wants
have
a halfling in the back door, that's fine.
you guys have successfully tied up.
Thursday night.
If somebody's coming in the back door, I hope it's a halfling.
It's not proportionate.
Holy shit, that's a halfling! I thought it was a fucking tripod.
Oh my god, it's right about the feet! It's right about the feet!
Use that thing as a weapon.
Brego from now on will stand during all of his performances. No more sitting for you, buddy.
That's not me whistling.
All right, so
We hear.
So you guys have managed to tie them both up to the tree. Are you waking somebody up to?
yeah, I want to wake
interrogate
up the
them?
first one, the first guy first.
He does not wake up easily.
Oh yeah, right. His head's like totally swollen.
guy.
Yeah, looks like a roast beef on his face.
This guy's got like 4 separate concussions going on.
He's about 3 months from the end
I'm
of
gonna
his
slap him a little bit,
He's
and
the
then
example for the second guy.
yeah, I'm gonna slap him a little bit, and then I remember what happened to him, and
Yeah.
I'll, be like, I'll try the other
You
guy.
give him a couple slaps, and you basically see like
He doesn't even remember who he
"You're-
is, much
you're
less.
good.
Yeah,
That's a brain hemorrhage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sleep it off.
You slap him a couple times, and then just watch blood run out of his nose.
Slap him on the cheek,
He's
and like a
lucky
couple
he
teeth
peed on me
fall out.
after I decided not to kill him.
He had 1 hit point left, and you just slapped the shit out of that.
Yeah, 1 hit point damage, and his neck.
You're gonna
snaps.
grab a guy and like shake him that hard against a tree. Things are gonna move around, okay?
All right, I'll wake up the other dude.
Fluid dynamics.
I'll
All right, you give him a couple slaps. He's pretty inebriated, but when he sees 3 of you, you're all reasonably big.
I wanted like a Tarantino film where we're all staring down at him for that big shot.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's like the
Yeah.
And it's like,
right.
like view up, view down, view up, view down.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is some
Some
shit
weird
now.
sirens.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. It's a
The
Tarantino
soundtrack
film.
is so messed up all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's a Tarantino film.
So I will let all
Get the
3 of
gimp.
you give me intimidation checks. If you would like to make a strength or constitution intimidation check instead of a charisma intimidation check,
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
will let you do that since you guys are basically focusing on pose at the moment, I presume.
That's a 17.
Okay?
Yeah, I got
That's a weak
a.
9.
Yeah, I got a 13. Unfortunately,
13, alright.
should have banked that
what-
16.
What would you like to ask him?
How many bandits are there?
Who's your father and what does he do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How long do you smoke your ribs, brother?
Hey,
Do you use Frank's Red Hot?
I believe you have my stapler.
That shit goes on everything.
That's my stapler.
That's like
That's a
that's
red.
like
That's a
super
red
old
swing line.
reference.
That's a red swing line. That's the red swing line. Like
Yeah.
that's the best stapler.
Did I move my desk one more time?
Does
and
anybody
put it down the
does anybody
office?
mind if I take the lead on this interrogation?
Give her.
Give her. Okay, I'm gonna take out one of the daggers and I'm gonna kneel down to him, and I'm gonna put it up right to like the base of his neck, and I'll say, "We just want to ask you some questions. So if you want to make it through this, just answer them."
I would put the dagger
He,
here, his dick hanging in the wind.
He
He kinda-
doesn't care about that.
He kind of nods, like he looks
We'll
a
do
little
this
bit
to
more awake, and like he's maybe not sure exactly what's going on because he does not remember being near this tree, but he's kind of aware of the gravity of the situation.
Generally, I start my interrogations by stabbing the person at least once so that they know I'm serious. But
Cock slap?
but in game, I wouldn't do that.
Did you say cock slap?
Anyway,
You're just like,
made-
this can go one of two ways.
Jesus.
Anyway, I'm going to ask him, how many guards do you have on patrol?
He tells
This
you,
is a serious game, damn it.
yeah, no laughing. This is
Yes.
100%.
The morale is too high.
Yeah.
I'm torturing a man. Don't laugh about it.
He tells you
This is
that
Thursday night.
he tells you that typically there are 3 to 4 different people on guard.
So there's at least one more out there.
That's the dog.
Well, no, because they changed guard after we killed that dude. I mean,
you've killed one guy with the dog. You knocked out. Well, you knocked out a guy taking a piss, and you
Piss.
knocked out a guard.
So there could be two
Um,
guards.
I want to. So there's 3 or 4 guards.
He
inside.
also did say typically.
Typically, yeah.
They're
So
probably that way.
Today's the party day.
yeah, the guards are definitely going to want to be inside, or at least they're going to be jonesing to get in there and drinking. How many people do you have in the camp?
He tells you that there is about a dozen.
We
That's not a
can
good number.
Why does it sound like 25?
Yeah.
Because it's a party!
He tells you that there are 10 of
I'm
them.
going to call the compliance
10?
officers for
Yes.
the noise complaint.
Okay.
Tells you that there's 10 and a couple of dogs and a whole bunch of like farm animals and whatnot
Shit.
and a slave.
And the biggest woman that was ever born.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, not quite, but
she killed
she's not
him.
actually that big. But
Yeah.
She's not that sturdy.
Tell me about the one in charge.
He tells you that her name is Forbryter, and that
Why do you people have such hard names to pronounce? No, John, Sam's, Carl's, nothing. I
Right.
hate this place. All right,
I'm
yeah.
just wondering who Richter is. If her name's For Richter, who's Richter?
Damn near killed her. I know that's all I know.
Forbryter.
Oh.
Forbryter.
Yeah, I'll ask her. Tell me about the leader.
He tells you that she came into the area about a month ago with several other bandits or several other rogues, people of like mind, outlaws basically, and that he and a couple of other locals decided that maybe life would be better on the wrong side of the law. You know, easy living, hit a couple targets.
Is it a Willie Nelson song or something here?
Could
Like,
very well be a Willie Nelson song. If it isn't, it will be.
yeah. Okay.
Good old.
I think Willie Nelson is actually old enough to have written a song at this time.
Yeah.
He looks it at least.
Yeah. So I'd also ask him. I don't know if you guys have any questions. Just literally say them. I mean, we're all right there Tarantinoing him. So I would ask him. Are there anyone in the camp who like? So you said there was people that came in, and then he's obviously a local, right?
Yes.
So how many people from the local area joined?
He tells you that there are 3 of them. His name is. Give me a second. Where do we go here? His name is Kortsigtig, and that
No, I'm not right.
We're calling him Sig.
let's call him Court or Sig or Tig. But that's when
He's got like a 16-syllable name here.
Or hey, buddy.
Hey, you tied to the tree.
Hey, you.
The conscious one.
All right. Who's the guy? Ask him who's the guy we got.
He tells you that there's two others. Yeah, he looks at the guy next to him, and it takes him a second because it's pretty dark and
He looks like a potato.
right. And he's like topped, and he tells you that this guy was
Carl?
he tells you this guy was a local. He's basically the son of one of the local fishermen. Lived down on the shores of the fjord. Towards the south side of the town.
It's the social media that's getting these kids involved in all this stuff these days. I'll tell him that. Do you guys have any questions?
How drunk is everyone? Like, how's the party going?
He smiles for a second. He's like, "It's a great party." He obviously at this point is really pissed off that he got sent out on guard duty in the middle of it because it has not gone well since.
I also want to ask if anyone isn't drinking.
He tells you that everybody who's been in the hall has been, or in the house has been drinking. He gives you a basic rundown. There's this Forbreiter. There's kind of her heavy hand Storstig. He's
How heavy is her hands?
he describes it as
Like at least 16 ounce.
he describes this is a man. Basically, he's like the big muscly guy, the type who doesn't bother to use a weapon. He either punches you or like hits you with a chair leg or something like that.
Yeah, super effective in a ranged fight. So okay,
You bet.
we will shoot him on sight.
You
We won't take him alive.
say that, and he's like, it's pretty effective when he throws the keg of ale at your head.
Yeah, clearly he hasn't fought the great Ulfar,
He
Dragon Slayer.
right. Yeah.
He's throwing the
Let's
cake.
light a few dragons in the time. All right. I'm going to tell
Is
him.
that like a real thing, or was that?
No,
TV?
that was a TV. I don't think the Jehovah Witnesses show up this late. Oh, maybe they do.
They could.
Yeah.
It's probably a good time.
I mean,
to
if they
show
know
up.
how to throw dice, they're welcome.
I think being a Jehovah's Witness is all about gambling.
So I think that I'm going to tell him that we're going to gag him for his own safety. If he resists, these two here are going to straight murder him. So just go to sleep.
Oh.
The party's over for tonight.
He does not put up any resistance whatsoever. He looks thoroughly terrified at his current surroundings.
As he should.
So we're gonna lose.
Especially as he looks at Tap next to him and is like,
His face is just crushed in.
yeah.
It's like,
So are we gonna?
that guy just got here yesterday.
Right.
Because of the gates there, like in case there's a lock or anything.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have anything. We searched this guy.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Well, I feel like we would have probably searched to make sure he
Yeah.
didn't have any weapons on him and
Take
stuff.
weapons and
I
everything.
mean, he was a guard.
He,
And also, I want to look specifically for any keys or anything like
Yeah.
that. We've all played Skyrim. We know how this goes.
Yep.
you don't find any
everywhere.
keys.
16,000 keys in my
Just a
inventory by the
weird
time I
little
hit
claw.
20.
Just a weird little
You didn't buy
claw.
the key ring?
Yeah. Look at this claw. Maybe if I looked in the palm. Hardest puzzle ever.
Right.
The biggest
No
key
keys or anything. Just
No,
The
no
biggest
keys
key
or
ring.
anything.
what you would expect.
He's got a short bow. He's got a dagger.
Man,
got
we're
a
just
couple
scoring the
hand axes.
weapons on this one. I like it.
Is there any? I'll take the arrows.
Sure. You get an extra 20 arrows.
I want a bow that uses strength, not dexterity. That's what I want.
You know what's great about collecting arrows? I've not played that much D&D, but I have never, ever had a DM go like, how many arrows did you have? How many you got left? Nobody's fucking counting arrows.
Yeah. It's one of those things like... It's like making sure you have enough rations for your trip.
Well, it's
Like,
one of those things where like most archer characters, like they get into town and they're like, well, can I buy some arrows? Like, sure. You can buy 3 quivers full of arrows for 6 gold. Oh, well, I've got 150 gold, so I'll buy all 3. So
Yeah.
you got 60 arrows.
So you're
started
good.
with
You're
20.
good to level 16.
Also, it gets
We're
annoying
done.
when they ask every single time they go anywhere, can I buy arrows, and how much are they? Just be like, you just buy arrows. Just leave it at that. You're an archer, you buy
And
arrows.
literally, it's like, okay, you're carrying 80 arrows. You shoot 3 in a full fight.
Yeah.
Most of the time, or like it's a handful. And
Now, that being said, though, I have, in my limited experience, had people run out of javelins and things like that.
Javelins, you typically start out with like 3. So
Yeah.
All right, so I think that we'll gag this guy time.
Before we gag him, I'll ask if there's any more dogs. Guard dogs.
He did say there was several more dogs.
he said there's one more dog. There were 2 that he knew of.
I want to know about the livestock.
It sounds like a smorgasbord to you. There are mules, goats, a couple of cows.
Is there a duck?
There
was a duck.
Several ducks, several chickens, a couple of geese. Basically, there's even a few pigs.
It is called Old McDonald's Camp.
I mean, these guys. These guys haven't been raiding like rich merchant caravans laden with gold because you guys are like this valley eventually goes somewhere, but it's pretty rough country.
Yeah.
So for the most part, most of their trade goes down the fjord, not up through the mountains. So where these guys are raiding, literally they're hitting farms. So you're not, maybe you could break in and steal grandma's jewelry or something like that, but it's way easier to just like, oh, there's a pig. That's going to feed us for the next week.
Yeah.
There's an ox. Well, fuck, we can use the ox to pull a cart, or we can eat it for the next 3 months. So,
Oregon Trail or what?
they're right. So yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of livestock because that's the easiest wealth there is for them to steal.
Yeah.
And another question would be, when's the next guard rotation? That way they go to switch, they're not going, where's your guys?
He's not sure exactly how long he's been unconscious but they would take like a 4-hour
Best guard
watch or
ever.
something like
I
that.
don't even know where I
Well,
am.
that's all we need to know, like approximately 4 hours, and we've been
When
able to
somebody
keep
taps me on the
rough
shoulder, that's
figure
when the
you've
guard
got at least a
rotation
couple of
is.
It's like
hours.
there's a
Fire
group of
something,
guys
yeah.
show up to the door with beers and be like, "Can we come in and party?" Yeah, man, come on in.
Yeah.
The other thing we could do, we got 2 of their guys half knocked out, switch the clothes.
Sorry, Harold, did
Well,
that answer your
it's too
question?
small of a
Yes.
group.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I
One more
mean,
dog.
it's too small of a
Yes,
group.
one more dog.
They would know that.
I thought it was more than 12 people, to be honest.
But then again,
Two.
if they're drunk,
So it's only
they're just
12
gonna see the
people.
rough
That's
clothes.
yeah.
So what are you guys doing after you get this guy? Kind of
I think we
re-gagged
should
and-
wait till the party starts slightly dimming, and then we know people are starting to pass out and stuff.
Well, I hope
And
you're
then we
still awake when this shit show ends, because it's going to be a bit.
Yeah, leave it to Brego to go right till like 6 a.m. still hard partying.
Right.
Like, this fucking guy won't quit.
Just let them sleep, Jared.
Even they're like, we want to sleep, man. No, we're partying.
As you guys are watching, you see the gate open and this halfling,
Oh God, a halfling.
fairly bedraggled looking, kind of
I'd
open.
like to shoot him.
He kind of surreptitiously pushes open the gate and kind of looks around. This would be a while after you guys have regagged. So
Okay.
are you guys kind of like laying
Don't even say the word gag around him.
right?
Or knots, or ropes, or anything that might be glue. Who knows? It's weird.
Spoon?
Yeah.
Cup?
Yeah. No,
Mug?
definitely not cup. Or
Oh, not cup.
Or glass. Or glass jars. Don't even reference glass mason jars at all. Who knows?
You see the halfling fondling something.
Is it a binder for the woman?
What's that?
Oh, this is the old politician.
Your reputation precedes you, sir.
All right.
Binder for the woman.
So I'm gonna look at. I mean, if we see them, I'm assuming that he's kind of like being.
Are you guys are all, I presume, hiding at this point, just kind of watching?
Yeah.
quietly?
Because I think we should wait till it starts to die a little bit.
Give me stealth checks with advantage since you're basically just sitting still.
That's
trying
really
to
good
see.
because I rolled a 1.
Again,
Roll on the table.
you need like another dice. I think that thing's got something wrong with it.
20.
I rolled an 18.
That's a 14.
Oh, would I get just regular? Because I don't have disadvantage.
No, I'll give you advantage because you're not
Ooh.
moving.
I don't even know why he said that.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
Unless you're like dancing and trying to keep your ringmail from making a lot of
No,
noise,
I mean
but-
I'm kind of jealous. I'm not partying, but whatever.
right. He
One man party.
I'm not partying either. I'm pretending to drink and
Yeah.
playing music that I don't really care
You
for.
just hate life right
yeah,
now.
it's awful.
All this booze everywhere and you can't drink it.
he looks around.
Just run my fucking spot.
You see him look around, and intentionally he seems to avoid the path and kind of just starts moving around the palisade, and without a base, he really wants to fall over.
I'm gonna make a bird noise. Hoo, hoo.
Give me a
I mean, that was a pretty good impression. I think I should just
Of an owl.
of an owl.
now.
Who is that halfling?
And like you were like 1 second away from saying, "How many licks to the
What-
center of a Tootsie Pop?"
It's not in character.
What you didn't realize is that halflings are small enough that owls are natural
I was
predators.
gonna say he's terrified. There's an owl out here. It's a dire owl too.
Give me survival check with charisma.
Survival check with charisma. What is
Yes.
that?
Your
So
charisma
it's-
bonus.
So if you have any,
So I have a 13 survival check, plus I have a 2 in my charisma. Is that what you mean?
do you have proficiency in survival?
No.
Okay. So yeah, just 13 plus whatever your charisma check.
So
is.
that would be 15.
15. Okay.
This thing is like, I can tell what breed of owl this is.
Right.
This is a great Viking.
It's got big
horn.
glasses.
He stops and kind of looks around for a minute and then just continues. Is anybody else doing anything while
Hey,
Ulfar is doing
You're,
his owl
you're
impression?
looking at Ulfar going, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I mean, I'm trying to be like at least a little stealthy for once in my life.
We're just looking at you like he's already leaving.
He continues to move around the fence, and he's a halfling, so he's well below like the top level of the fence. So you can barely see him. You can't hear a sound. If you hadn't watched him come out kind of backlit, you probably wouldn't even notice
Now,
him.
this is my assumption is that I know he's a slave because I own like 3 of them. So I mean, let's face it.
You're
Yeah, I'd be like, oh look, their slave is escaping while they're all drunk.
You-
That's what I was thinking.
for sure.
That's why I was thinking like, hey, maybe we should be like, yeah, we should return him. Get a no, we should.
Maybe
I was
we
like,
can get a reward and then kill them all.
I was thinking maybe he might be able to like. Is everyone drunk? Because you can do whatever you want, but we just want to know if everyone's drunk in there and passing out. But I guess my owl clearly was so convincing that he's now terrified that he might be.
Were you trying to make a non-convincing owl noise?
Yeah, I was going to say who dat coming out of the gate.
If you want to get his attention, you can get his attention.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to try to get his attention. Like I said, I would assume that their slave is escaping.
He's a terrified halfling slave who has just snuck out the gate.
I mean, he's a halfling. He's got half hit points too.
It
That's classic.
does not take much to get his attention.
Yeah.
I'll just walk in a cover towards the gate.
Or you can just do that. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
He freezes for a moment, and then
I'm still gonna go. Whoo!
And then there's a little pile of poop. It looks like deer poop.
right.
Little pellets hitting the ground. Oh, that's so
And who
cute.
are you?
It's like a little half poop.
I thought I was getting the fuck out of
I was
here.
just like, holy shit, that was a big owl. He's just dropping you off or what? He stops, like he looks terrified for a moment, then you see him kind of relax a bit as he doesn't recognize you. He knows all the people who, and you, as you get kind of close to him, you see like there's signs of bruising. There's some.
So he's a good slave.
Oh yeah. Well, he is now. Well, he was until he decided to escape.
If they got 2 black eyes, that means they're bad at listening. 1 just means they're okay.
Right. Yeah. You don't have to come twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
Is that part of your
But
wedding
he
vows?
kind of looks around and says,
I'll never tell.
Who are you?
I'm Harald.
I'll say.
And,
He's like, nice to meet you.
I'll say we're with
Who
we're
are
with
you?
Brego, the bard. Get in here, and I'll kind of pull him in. I'll say, didn't Brego tell you about our sign, the bird call? That's how we know where we are.
He says,
I didn't know that either, though. So
Yeah, but you're not part of the
so
group.
you guys kind of,
Neither did Brego.
so you guys kind of getting him out of like the clear
Yeah,
area
we're gonna
around
pull
the
him into like
palisade.
a hidden area and
Sure.
be like, okay, now you're my slave, so listen up.
He tells you, oh, Brego. No, Brego basically told me I should get the fuck out of the camp while everyone was drunk.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out here, small man, but you don't want to go running into the woods right now at night because there's wolves everywhere and you won't make it very far. But you can't hang out here with our rangers. They'll take care of you. Hopefully. Maybe they're like extremely racist, and we never really asked that question. I don't know. Find out that they really hate halflings.
They're on payroll. They'll be fine.
It's true. It's true.
Well, they're effective.
I mean, I've asked her to do a lot for 8 silver. Let's face it. She's at the end of that payroll.
Right.
Like, I didn't sign up to babysit.
Yeah, she hit the form.
All right, I think we should probably make our way back to the Rangers with the halfling, and then ask the halfling how it's going in there.
He tells you that he's like, wow, that Brego is really great performer.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
No,
he's like mediocre. I've seen better. He writes books for a living. All right, so about me, by the way, writes books about me. Anyway, enough about Brego. Damn it.
He's kind of like, it's funny. What did you say your name was again? I don't remember hearing about you guys.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll be hearing about me in every tale for the rest of your life. All right. How drunk is everybody in there?
He tells you everybody is pretty fucking drunk at this point.
Are they still drinking?
He says this crowd could be up drinking for a very, very long time. But
Fuck these Vikings' constitution.
You know?
Why can't this be all college girls? They would have been dead by now.
250-pound Viking, 30-pound liver.
right, yeah, right.
It's just like a processing
Just
factory.
do the math. Yeah.
I'll say, okay, well, I mean...
Leader in, leader
How
out.
did he use to sneak out?
Well, we saw him come out the back.
No, but I mean, like
Yeah.
in here, like did he go behind? Like,
Yeah, is everybody in the tent?
yeah.
Wasn't like the tent on fire.
He tells you that there's
Whoa,
Brego will be fine.
he tells you that normally about this time of night
trying.
there should be 3 people on guard at different places around.
Okay.
And he basically tells you that normally there's kind of one out towards the front, one towards the left side at the back, and one towards the right side.
Oh, outside the walls.
Outside the walls.
Is there anyone walking around inside?
He says he didn't really. Actually, he would have seen. No, I'm gonna say she's gone back inside at this point. So he tells you that when he left, he didn't see anybody kind of inside the fence.
Do you think we should take out the extra guards? I mean, that's 2 out of the 10 people gone right there. We're down to 8.
Well, you've effectively
Taken 2
nullified
out.
3 of them. Like you've killed 1, you've knocked 2
Oh,
out.
that's right. We have 3, so we're down a few. But I mean, if there might, I'll be like, one guard. What could they do?
So-
Right at the very end, I get shot in the back with an arrow and die.
Maybe we
It's
should
just-
stop
yeah.
smoking and just kill someone.
You guys are so brash and brazen.
He tells you that if you give him a weapon or weapons, he will help you. And he looks, as he's kind of gotten comfortable.
No one
as,
expects the dagger from
as
the
he's
halfling.
as he's gotten the impression that you guys are with Brego, and he kind of likes Brego. Brego was kind of, by way of distraction and encouragement, Brego's kind of like a bit of his hero at the moment. But he tells you, like, you get this hard glint in his eye. He is willing to fucking murder every one of the people other than Brego who's inside that house right now.
Well, the question
Oh,
is, does he
halfling
want-
barbarians.
Does he want the daggers or the short bow?
He tells you he's happy with either or both.
Oh man, give them both then. This
Yes.
guy's a killing machine.
Oh, yeah, he's willing to shoot the
Yeah, he's
daggers
like
with
a-
the bow.
Yeah. We want him to like climb up. Well, maybe I can prop him up on a tent and we can like shoot down at people.
Or if we just give him the dagger, he can go.
Oh,
right
and by
into
the way, if he sees a guard coming in, like that might surprise us. Just go hoo hoo, so we all know. That's the call sign
So,
from everybody.
How are the tents constructed?
Yeah, like
Password
it's
is
their-
to
They're
the
not. So basically, this is all one house, and this is like a pit house, which we're not. Basically, it looks like a tent, but it's carved out inside. Goes down a few feet in the ground. So
All right, let's give him some cold
someone
steel
hasn't got around to
justice.
printing a pit house yet. So
Ooh,
I just have a
sorry.
tent.
Busy at my full daytime
My
job.
house, my resin, my time. Yeah, fire.
Yeah. See you guys later.
We used to just like draw out the shape of the building on the
Right.
like this
I
was
mean-
it.
I need this one. I printed an ogre skull on the front. That's my future tint. All right.
So we're going to.
So
All right, we'll give him some daggers. Actually, I mean, we have a short sword and daggers. I don't know if he wants whatever. And literally give him all the weapons he wants.
He's happy with like a couple of daggers and a short bow and some arrows.
Then
is kind
that's
of like
what we're giving.
exactly
Do you
what
need the
would-
short bow?
I don't need the short bow. but
80
if we're
pounds of
gonna
weapons is probably going to drag him down a bit.
Maybe
But
we
if
should-
we're going to send him back inside to be like a stealth killer to start shit going
Maybe we should have
off,
him,
like a bow is going to stand out.
Let,
isn't it?
let Brego know we're coming.
If logically, if you're going to have him like cover an entrance or something,
You would
like
be
that, a bow's a
expecting
good
us to
idea.
eventually
If
show
he's
up.
going in to kind of like stab people in
I
the
would
back,
hope.
daggers would be the way to go.
I kind of feel like he should just go around and like murk all the people passed out.
You know,
Like they'd never see that coming from the slave.
He tells you if you just
We're
give him a
used to
pair of
seeing it.
daggers,
Yeah.
he will go in and let Brego know that you're here, and he'll be there inside when you need him.
Okay, then that works for me.
But he looks at the three of you and he's like, "When this is over, you'll help me get out of here."
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely will not also expect you to be a slave. All right,
We're not going
tell
to ship you
Brego
off back to build ships.
That now is the time for his A game. All eyes on him.
yeah, give him a prep talk.
Okay.
And we should tell him to give Brego like a signal for like when the people in there. Are,
Oh, also
like,
tell him the
passed out.
party sounds lame as shit, so spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I've seen grade 3 like birthday parties that sound more exciting.
We
so.
tried up 2 guys down, and they both said
Brego
that
knows you never made it to grade 3.
if it weren't for the alcohol,
I can't deny that. That's canon.
kick the ass out.
So are you guys giving him a signal to relate to Brego, or you're just basically telling him, hard focus, get
I
everybody?
mean, in all
distracted?
honesty,
we
I think
should
we
give
can
him-
just go in.
Yeah. So
Well, there's 10 of them. We've taken out 3, right?
You've taken it 3. You think there's one more that's out somewhere in the woods.
That's fine.
So he's
He's
out
probably
in the woods.
drunk.
So there's roughly 6.
You know what we should do? We should get Brego to leave, say he has to take a piss, and then light the tent on fire. With torches!
You don't want me to leave.
I know, but if you were like, hey, gotta take a leak outside in the woods, like where everyone should go to pee. Don't pee on the tents.
just to get you
I've literally only had one mead. What do you think is in this cup? that
Oh
I
my
just flung
gosh,
over my
just
shoulder?
fake it then.
Just get Brego to get all eyes on him, then try and
You
get
guys
ambush,
can't tell me
sneak
anything.
attack.
Brego's doing his own thing.
I know, it
You
seems
guys-
like that's
Yeah,
how it
right.
started off, that's how it's gonna finish.
That's right.
Just, around
We're not
6 of them in there.
communicating.
Yeah, I
No
know.
matter how big we are. Like,
We have a walkie-talkie right now.
Yes.
and what's his name?
Who cares?
Brego's
His name-
inclination right now is that either they will die or you will die, and he will still be playing the lute at the end of it.
Yeah, his name is Expendable Halfling 1. Yeah, you'll be playing it as the ship is sinking.
So Pippin?
What? Pippin?
Yeah, Pippin.
Yeah, the one that no one cares about. Alright, I mean, do you guys just want to go in?
Yeah.
Alright, let's just go in.
So we're sending.
So you're sending the halfling first, and then you guys are just going in like 5 minutes later, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give him a little head start.
Yeah. I still
Kinda
tell
have
him
it,
to tell
signal
Brego
that we're good to
to
go
all
in.
eyes on him. Red performance.
Right. Okay. Just give me a couple seconds here.
Tell him to be ready with those inspirations, because I need them extra D4.
We're gonna need all help with how we roll. Realistically, the halfling's gonna
I don't
kill
think
the
it's as
most.
bad as you guys think. Like, we're down to, it's 2 against 1 at this point, right?
Well, yeah, what could possibly go wrong with those odds? I mean, as long as none of us rolls badly. That doesn't ever happen.
Oh no, never. We're always good rolls.
They'll be fine as long as there's no spontaneous Sharknado.
Oh god, you just found out
Tell you
Don.
about reading my notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't say that around Don.
You had one job. Don't read my notes.
Then Thor sends down a tornado full of sharks.
Well, shit.
I mean, a Viking god of shark tornadoes would be kind of cool, though. As like a...
Fuck did I say about reading my notes? Seriously. It's just rude.
You know what I also think would be awesome is if you got bit by a were shark, but you just turned, like, you were a regular human, but both of your arms turned into 2 different sharks for, like, punching. That would be a badass.
The eating is really awesome. It's really awesome.
Like if you could be a were shark, but you just grew 2 shark arms.
This is what happens when you don't fucking work for a year.
I'm going to take a brief break.
Yes.
I will return and we will pick this up, and I'll catch the audio later to find what shenanigans you guys are up to.
Just hurtful. It would be a real shame if old Brego didn't have any backup in there.
I don't know. I think they sort of love
Brego's
Brego.
a friend. He doesn't really need a lot of backup.
First thing I say, Brego, make a break for
Brego.
it.
Don't do that.
Well, next thing you know,
Quick, Brego, get out of here.
they'll like you so
Brego,
much,
you're free.
you'll be little Brego chained to the
I
center of the
like
tent.
my
and
odds.
They'd be like, Brego, perform. And
No, we're gonna walk in and be like, "Hey, those 3, get them!" Like, well, thanks. I found my new friends.
Anything could happen, but
I think if we quietly sneak in and start just stabbing people,
I think
like in a real bar fight, like how you do
I
it.
bet you the halfling blows it now.
Yeah, he'll probably roll in that one on his stealth check. Be like, he's a halfling.
It's gonna be like he's gonna go in and he's the one that's gonna start the fight
He's gonna go in there.
Yeah, he's just gonna rage
because
out.
he's just
It'd be
Yeah.
great. Yeah, they
Like,
come
he's
all
just-
crowded around you, performance, and just thunder wave.
It's like, I'm going to go in and tell Brego that you're about to come. All you hear is screaming and stabbing immediately the second he walks in.
somebody here. Maybe it's that one woman's got to be a badass. So because even at the beginning we were like 6 on 12.
Yeah,
not-
let's shoot them in the order of size.
Yes.
Yeah,
Mm,
and
so where's
also,
that guy?
if you're the longer the woman's beard is, the faster she needs to die.
Oh no, we
Well,
should kill that old
I
guy.
think that just goes without saying.
Sort of
Yeah.
rubbing on my style.
This isn't Barnum and Bailey's or anything like.
Oh, sorry, Dom.
Come on, it can be. Maybe the
It,
first
might, it
person.
sounds like it is.
Could
But
be the first one.
yeah, that's
Are we getting into a
lady
big
needs to
fight
die.
here? Probably.
Well,
All right, everybody.
it seems.
Orders out.
Anyone?
I'll do
Everybody
my
bless your
break now,
dice.
Not one.
Shit.
I remember when I got this bag, I was like super excited. I'm like, oh, I got so many dice. There's got to be a good one in here. And I reach in, pull it first dice, roll that one. Yeah, roll the whole bag.
Just dump the
Only
whole
20
bag.
sets of dice, and I rolled that one.
Nice. I bought this dice because it reminded me of a watermelon.
It is very watermelonish.
I mean, it's not quite as attractive as a pineapple, but
No, but
They're gonna say pine cone.
I want to get bone dice.
you know,
Those are super expensive, though.
I woke up married to a pineapple. Beautiful pineapple. I love her.
I have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
think it's Ice Age 3.
Oh,
It's
oh.
kind of a hilarious moment.
Yeah. All I know is what happens when you put a pineapple and a pen together.
Pineapple and a what?
A pen.
Like, is that code for something?
Yeah, you get a pineapple pen. You don't know what a pineapple pen is? Good Lord, Don. Where have you been in the internet for the last 10 years? You know what a pineapple pen is?
No.
This is very in theme with Vikings, don't worry.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll wait till the end. I can't get off my A game here, but distracted by pineapple pens.
All right, but
anyone listening live, if you don't know what a pineapple pen is, wait. We don't want you finding out for us.
yeah. So I'm charging you to remind us all pineapple pen before this is over.
Not a problem.
Yeah, and then you'll hate them.
Right? Probably.
I need the.
Literally, it's your one job.
Do you know what's really loud when you listen to this? It's insanely loud.
Yeah,
I believe you.
it's
All right.
do the ASMR.
It's actually,
stuff,
it
and
kind
then
of
put a
marks like every 25 minutes of the game.
code. You're like our time marker for the video.
Time lapse.
Yeah. That's 18 minutes and 30 seconds again since the last one.
Caesar in a can.
Yeah, I guess I got another breakfast crisper.
The breakfast drinks. Is that made? I've never drank a Caesar. Is that Clamato or?
It is. It's
Yeah,
Clamato. Yeah.
okay.
Mott's.
I thought-
It's just like Canadian,
That's
right?
like
so
the,
it's
uh,
Clamato.
Is there a different way to breed them? Jeez.
Well, if you
Is there a
go
different way
to
make
like
them?
Mexico or something, and
It's
you
tomato?
and you, it's tomato juice.
Yeah,
It tastes
okay.
very different, and they
I always
put
thought it
and
was
they put
tomato.
actual like clam juice in it,
Oh.
so it's very different.
I feel like just the thought of clam juice is terrifying. I don't even want to know how. Like, oh, I'm a professional clam juicer. Like,
It's all in the hands, man.
That's sounds rather unfortunate.
I don't. Maybe that's normal.
Man,
but
man never.
Just lobs it.
am I
Man
hamburgers
never.
gonna taste like cat's ass?
I was just gonna say-
Man never tastes any clam juice.
Nothing like,
yeah, well, I was gonna say.
I'm just doing my best not to say anything.
yeah, we know.
I bit my tight tongue a couple times right there too.
That was gross.
You've never had a Caesar?
Nope.
Wow. Good for you.
I guess, sure.
If that's where we're going with that.
Yeah, let's put it.
I don't know why I never have. I just never have.
Have you ever been hungover?
Once, yeah.
Those that are there for
Or
now.
twice.
No.
Yeah, probably just twice, actually. Yeah, I don't really
This
ever
is,
get hungover.
that's why I say this is out of the breakfast crisper because this is kind of like
I think the only time I got hungover, actually, like really bad, was when I mixed drinked. Like, did beer for a whole night and then drank a bunch of vodka at the end.
oh yeah,
And then I was just like, that was the worst mistake.
beer than liquor, right?
Yeah. Ooh, it's going to be close quarters.
I don't think it matters beer, liquor, liquor.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
If,
either.
if you drink like your own body weight in booze, you're gonna be sick.
But like, I could drink beer as much as I want. I wouldn't really get a hangover. I mean, maybe now I would, but not when I was like, younger. I haven't drank that much beer recently, as in the last 10 years.
No, me either.
I haven't drank since high school, but
It's not as fun when it's not illegal. That really adds a bit of flavor to it.
I disagree.
no hangovers.
It's fun all the time.
No.
There's nothing saying that you can't drink
And that was a lot
and
of
be
vodka.
legal and do something illegal just to spice it up.
Oh, that's true. That's true. A lot of people actually do that when they're drinking. Maybe that's why. All this, you just blew my mind.
Just to get those old feelings back. It's like chasing the dragon.
Yeah, definitely been doing that a lot.
Chasing the dragon?
Yeah, in D&D, like I'm in right.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, that's definitely what I meant.
I thought you were talking about your heroin den downstairs.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's why you guys. All I know is you guys never catch that dragon. Just keep chasing it, though.
Keep chasing the dragon. Off.
Yeah.
Did I hear too hard for you? South Park.
Oh yeah. Dad, you never catch the dragon. It's the point of the game.
All right, so Brego, your little halfling buddy comes in, and
Just starts murder machining.
he comes over. You get the impression first of all, you're a little bit surprised to see him come back. You expected that, if he made it outside successfully,
This was his chance.
right?
You're like, oh fuck! As it kicks in, why he came back.
he comes over. He has a single mug on his serving tray as he comes over to you, and he hands it to you. And you notice this time he looks directly in your eyes, and you see like a glint there that says it speaks volumes. And as he puts it down, he just very quietly says, "They're here. Do your best."
And I'm just going to
And
say...
the party sucked.
And all I'm going to say is, wait for it.
I mean, it would have
He's
been
not
really
gonna
cool
wait.
if we would have had poison,
Yeah, but we don't.
but we don't.
And he'll kind of
Alternate reality, that would
It
have
would have
been.
been really cool if we
And you
had a
got-
machine gun.
If only we had a tank. we
Damn
could
it, you
finish
guys! I'm just saying, we could have used a. Anyway,
If we had a tank.
I like to
good
think of
canister
alternate
shot.
ways to utilize my halflings.
Yes.
I'm halfling efficient.
You see him kind of head over towards the back corner by the door. He looks like he's kind of pretending to busy himself. And you get the impression that kind of everything is waiting on you right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell the Rangers before we take off. If all shit goes south, kill these two guys and run. And then we're gonna go.
They are perfectly good with that.
No sense in them dying.
How many people are kind of in the tent? 10? Approximately.
Exactly what's there. So on top of besides you, there are actually there should be 6.
6? And how many of them
4,
are
5.
women?
Actually, put her back. Actually, who's in there? He's
One
tied
is
up.
questionably a woman.
Okay, he's-
I don't care.
he's-
Even
he's
questionably is
dead.
fine.
This guy's tied up,
And a quarter for every time I said that, huh?
He's tied up.
and he's tied up. Okay.
She was supposed to have gone back in the building.
That's why I stopped drinking.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm just keeping track of who's doing
I
what.
don't have to be drinking to say that.
So who else did it?
That was he said it with a heartbeat.
Oh,
what
that's right. That's right. Okay. So she's gonna be out. But this is a woman, by the way.
Yes.
Wow, she's pretty hunched over. I don't
you
know
gotta
if
pick
she's
that
going to be good for my purposes here. But okay, so is there at least a couple women in there?
Yes. So she's a woman, and she's a woman.
Does she have a sister?
Please stop adding people to this fight. Even her sister is probably going to beat to death.
I'm not sure you want her to have a sister.
No,
but,
she's
so.
yeah. I almost got her, guys, and her sister
So
comes out of nowhere.
I'm gonna say. So I have a special treat for you. I don't often do this. I'm gonna
Whipping out
take
his
my
lute.
drums out. I have my drum.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my drum out and set the lute aside. It's like if the maidens would like to come up, I have a
Like to beat the
kind of
dead skin with them.
a bit of a lusty dance for everyone, and I'm just going to start like a thrumming on the drums, like just a beat, like a boom boom boom,
Like
boom,
an
boom,
80s
boom,
R&B
boom.
song.
Yeah,
As you say maidens, there's a chuckle that runs through the room.
yeah.
Because they don't even know? Am I a maiden?
Well, a close second is fine.
Right. Yeah. Sure. The three women in the group will kind of come up towards the front, and everybody
they're
makes
closer to stabbing
room.
to
We'll
death.
put this.
So it's
back
like
here
the
a
song
little
is
bit.
like
Weird to take
not
more stress
all
off
out
us.
lewd, but definitely a lot of innuendo in it. Everybody's been drinking, the women are dancing. It's I just want everybody paying attention.
It's a Jack and Jill went up the hill kind of
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
That's a lewd song? I've been singing that wrong for a long time then.
Probably.
no,
Yeah.
not at bedtime anymore.
No.
So yeah, just to get, like so now it's just like beating, and everybody's I assume pretty drunk.
Give me a performance check with advantage.
Give us a lewd check.
It's a nat 20.
Well, and then I think I get a +4 or something like that. Performance +6.
+6.
What are you beating the drum with a nat 20? That's what I want to know.
Everybody's watching.
It's a lewd song.
And you have 3 drums, but he only has 2 sticks.
It's
Oh.
It's a high drum. He felt it appropriate to use the skin
Yeah.
the skin stick to.
The skin's
Yeah. So yeah, you get everybody's up in this. The 3 women in the room, they start dancing. The guys.
And we're in the lodge, right? Like it's hot and sweaty.
It's pretty
yeah.
warm in here. There's roast meat on the fire.
Bellies
There's
are coming out now.
I'm gonna look at Harold and be like, let's try to just take as many alive as we can.
and are you guys
You're like immediately angry with
are
me.
you guys still waiting outside the palisade, or have you decided to like come inside the fence
Well,
at some point here?
We were kind of following the halfling inward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneaking in.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
like just
So you
like
guys are
short
kind of like
behind
hiding
them.
out in here around
Yeah.
parts or whatever.
I think I would have made my way towards like the back, these curts.
So you see the door open just a little bit, and you hear, "Woo!"
Fuck yeah.
Where do you want your guy to be? Here?
I will be up probably beside Harold-ish.
Like here?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. There's no door in the back of this tent, is there?
There's,
Yep.
there's a front
Oh.
door, isn't there?
Oh, okay, I
Door
see.
and
I
I had another door.
It's a tent. If you need to pick up the side of it.
hand me the eraser for a second.
Here's the door.
We'll just.
I'm going to start digging a hole underneath.
It's a tent.
I'm going to dig underneath. It doesn't have a floor. Actually,
No,
this
this-
tent does have a floor.
Well, this isn't actually a tent. We had a tent, but it is actually like a solid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
Don.
can't just.
You
pick
should
up
know
the
that.
side.
You've been in it all night. Jeez.
I've been busy, man.
I know.
It's a lot of work to entertain.
Yeah, if you're beating drums with your drumstick, then I suppose, yeah. Everything's going to be all purple and bruised. The
As it should be.
yeah, the mind is willing, but the flesh is
All right,
purple and
tell me
spongy.
what you guys are
I'm going to say, Harold, you probably want to go in first. And I'll say, remember, we'll try to take them alive as Harold rages through the door.
Just kicks it in.
Is anyone going to go in the front, or you all going in the back?
Actually, if I don't see anybody...
You don't see anybody out immediately.
Because this is the other door. Where you
That's
see
the other door there, yeah. Here, tell you what.
Why don't you go through the other door and me and
arrow or
Harold break through
something.
the...
Right.
And then you can get some sneak attacks in.
We'll mark where the
Like,
doors
wait a
are.
second
Like,
for
you
the
guys
fight
go
to
first,
start.
I jump in,
Yeah,
yeah.
like wait for them to pull into us, and then you come in and start stabbing everybody in the backs.
I think from now on, when you do a door, you should make a perfect semicircle like you did that one.
Yeah,
day.
I'm not
That
going to
was
actually say
incredibly
anything less
impressive.
than perfect
I was
either.
gonna say, I don't want to draw any more semicircles.
Erase it.
I feel like I,
Erase it.
I don't know. Is there a window?
Did we take a picture of that? Is someone
We should have. Send it to the Guinness Book of World.
incredible?
The world's perfect semicircle.
No.
I'd say there's probably not much in the way of. There probably would not be much in the way of windows. At least that would be open. Like you would.
You could just listen for the sheer terror of Harald breaking through the door and saying, "Now the party started, bitches."
You know what?
I doubt they'd even notice right
I'll
away.
give you
Yeah.
a small like
Okay.
latch window, like something that would just like
As he's
there's
hacking
no
them
glass.
apart.
Literally, it's just an opening about.
Oh, that's
yay
weird.
big,
He's
with a
gonna do
little
something.
hatch that would
Drinking
come up
for
with
4
a stick.
hours.
That is,
Now
we'll
they're in
say
a friggin' sex
here.
trance.
All right, so then I'm going there.
Sex trance. Walk into the weirdest orgy I've ever seen.
It is, for the record, too small for a character your size to make their way through. You can shoot through it, sure.
Yeah.
So-
Absolutely.
If he shoots through the window and you and me go through the doors,
Yeah.
you can surprise. So you want to go through the
Oh,
door?
all right. Just do something. Come on.
Yeah.
What's your? I don't want to know what everybody's character is doing. Tell me
Alright.
what a
you're
character
going
is
through
doing.
this
Who's
one,
starting
right?
this thing?
I quietly open the door, try to
Sure.
sneak in.
Sure.
Give me
I
a
was
stealth check.
asking.
Yeah. I'm going to have to fight the big bitch, ain't
That's 16 or
No, that's over there with Harold.
yeah, 16.
You successfully open the door
No, that's,
with
that's
nary
all
a
the girls.
sound,
Big bitches.
and you come in. You find everybody focused on the front. You see 3 women.
Tell me what they're wearing.
She's gonna be like, she's gonna roll with 2.5 women.
2.5.
You see 3 women who all look fairly well into their cups.
No.
One of which seems to be about halfway through the stages of disrobing. Dancing rather.
Okay, now this is make us want to
towards-
kill her more or less
the front.
because we're confused about this situation right now.
What's the hair to
Put it,
skin
put
ratio?
it on! Everyone in the audience is screaming too.
Nick, what's the hair to skin ratio?
Yeah.
Too far?
No, that's a reasonable question. in this situation.
The one who seems to be losing her composure the most. She's not the huge woman with the club, nor is she the
she's
bandit
the useless
leader.
one that doesn't even have a name.
She's
Or is she the one with
well,
the
you don't know her name.
areola?
Actually, based on what you were told, you think that she's probably the last of the. She's probably one of the locals you had
okay.
joined. She looks to be kind of in her late teens.
Oh, she's old then. All right.
Yeah.
So
17-year-old farm girl.
Yeah.
I attack the guy right in front of me.
All right.
Axe to the back.
Axe the back. Give me attack with advantage.
That's 6. And
That's better.
Yep, so that's 21 to hit.
Okay.
And 8. That's 8 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk into attack and immediately see Brego's massive penis beating a drum and be immediately distracted.
I did not say that I was doing that.
No, that is not actually lore.
Be like, yeah.
I am not
Oh
doing
my God, Brego!
I am not doing that.
Why did you do that?
I didn't realize you
I'm
were
a
proficient in
professional.
I didn't realize you were proficient in pole arms. And that's where it all goes downhill from there.
Yes. That's already.
All right. Oh, look at that.
Now you've
Down-
upset the
downhill
children.
from
I've upset the children.
Oh, all right.
Think about the children.
Is there? Okay, so you're watching through the window. You're kind of.
I'm waiting. Like the
fuck is
second
so
I hear
horrible.
any kind of fighting, I'm gonna kick the door in as well and start hacking and slashing.
You
All right,
you
one
see.
liner.
Yeah.
Hogak, you watch Harald come in and kind of chop at this massive mountain of a man inside. Tell me what you want to do.
Is the halfling is obviously paying attention to us?
The halfling is paying. Yeah, he's kind of
Okay.
in the corner. He hasn't done anything yet. He's
I'm just
kinda-
gonna like as it starts, I'll just nod my head to him and that's it.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, he's got it.
Yeah.
yeah.
With him doing that, I'm going to shoot the one that's No, that's a guy. I'm going to shoot the guy that's right in front of the window in the back.
This guy here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Ulfar?
So attack with advantage, and should you hit, you get your sneak attack, yeah.
13.
Roll again. With advantage. You guys and your metal dice.
16.
Yeah, those I believe will both hit. Those will both hit.
26.
Where's the battle music?
You're attacking with your
The bow.
so D8 plus
Should be some
1d6 for
drums
your
going on.
backstab.
This is like, you know, in the Matrix when they're in Zion and they're having the big friggin' orgy party? That's the music that's going right now.
10.
10. Okay.
And then I close the window so I can't get hit with anything.
Okay, so you drop it, so you now have no line of sight.
I get myself pumped up.
Nice.
Hey, I'm going in here to save a bunch of maidens. I need some good songs. Save them from this guy and his hammer.
I attack Brego.
Yeah, Brego's attacking everybody from this.
Literally everyone in this room is my best friend. I would recommend you don't attack me.
That is the best hero song ever made, ever. It's not even an argument.
No, absolutely.
All right. I won't play it over top of your music. It'll throw us out of character.
I'm not offended.
All right.
So you, I don't know. As you hit this guy from behind with your axe, are you like still trying to be quiet, or are you like about to
I
rage?
give up being quiet. I'll use bonus action to rage.
Okay.
It's fight time.
Yeah.
All right. You think that the show has started?
All right. I'm gonna kick in the door. And what do I see? Brego surrounded by naked women and be like, fuck this guy. I was in the bush for 3 hours.
You just abandoned us?
And you're in here surrounded by naked women.
Yeah. Musician builds ships.
You're like, this is a typical night for me. Okay. So you kick the door open. You see a reasonably attractive young woman who's kind of like just thrashing around, dancing to the music, garments beginning to slip off her body. Next to her, still wearing, like, give me a second here.
I'm not going to hit her because it's immediately going to be like, this is the legend of Ulfar Blackmane beating up college girls.
Yeah. Next to her, let me just double check my notes here. Yeah, next to her, there's a woman wearing like ringmail who's about 6 inches taller than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's just like same thing, only she's still got all of her clothes on.
Brego's not going to survive her.
Helga the bitch maker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the two closest to you anyway.
They call her Helga Schnoo. Alright, I'm going to attack Helga Schnoo before she actually grapples on to Brego and rips him in half.
She doesn't even know that I'm in it.
Hey, I can tell by the look in her eyes and the look in your eyes, you're scared of her. And she's not scared of you.
How'd they die? Same way every man on planet Amazon die. Crushed pelvises.
Alright, so I'll kick it, I'll open the door, and I'll see her, I'll see the drunk college girl, and I'll be like, I guess I'm attacking the big one.
Okay, you are attacking the big one then.
Natural 20 on my first attack.
Nice.
Just kick it over to the two.
What are you attacking with, by the way?
And I'm attacking with my 2 hand axes.
Okay.
So I rolled a 16 on the other one.
Okay, let's give me 1 second. She
You leave my Brego alone.
And she giggles like a schoolgirl.
I hit her with a natural 20 and she turns around like it didn't even phase her.
She's more aroused by that than Brego's dance.
She turns around like you just slapped her on the ass.
And
No,
my
it's when I
juice-
stick... When
and my juices flow, Viking.
I want to like stick my axe into her and she's going to stand up to her full height and lift me off the ground with her. No!
Can you crunch over again?
Yeah. Please. Oh, I need a D.
Or
Is it,
maybe can I ride your shoulders?
No, I got D6, it's fine. Alright, 3. Oh, that sucked. So 8 on my critical hit. And did the 16 hit?
Yes, 16 hit.
How did I get more on that one? That's the worst. Alright, so I got, what did I say? 8 on the first one and 10 on the second one. So 18 damage.
Excuse me.
Nothing like rolling a critical than rolling minimum damage. It's the worst feeling ever.
So, are you doing anything as you watch this, or you're just continuing?
By the way,
to
I didn't
play?
have advantage
I'm
on that,
I'm
did I?
not. I'm still like playing, kind of, and in shock. I'm not giving up any information yet.
Okay.
Sorry, man. Right back.
Excuse me. So
Just hit me next time. I'll move.
as the three of you kind of
Out of the way.
jump into action, the big guy that you hit in the back turns. This guy turns and doesn't just sees a closed window.
As I planned.
She's going to turn towards Ulfar. She's going to turn towards Ulfar. She.
Is this the big one?
Yes, that is the big one.
Okay.
That's the Death by Snooshnu one.
As long as you continue to play, she doesn't seem to be paying any attention to anything. She doesn't notice what has gone on like right
She's
beside.
that drunk.
She's pretty drunk and pretty happy.
Yeah. Wow. She did have a little bit of ecstasy, I gotta say.
Well, somebody starts passing around the Berserker brew, and next thing you know,
Alright, so
The 17-year-old farmer college girl goes on a rampage.
we'll just wait for Ulfar to come back and.
I roll 1d20, which is my kill limit. 20 hit points, then I'll start killing. Oh. 1d20, so I'll take 1 damage, then I'll start being not lethal. Not lethal.
You guys can all roll initiative, I guess. He can roll when he gets back.
Am I in the fight too?
Nat 20.
You can roll anyway. 'Cause
Okay.
I mean, that way.
14.
Wow.
So that's 20 plus 2, so 22.
What are we doing?
22. I can roll initiative.
Oh,
Hogak?
14.
14.
13.
7.
And what is Pippin doing?
Pardon me?
What's Pippin doing?
You're just gonna fly like a monkey.
Our
out of
little
the trunk.
halfling.
Yeah.
7.
He's just gonna
I
start.
hope he survives. I think
Well-
we could be friends.
I'm going to roll for
And I
the.
fucking hope he can juggle.
If you can train him, he'd be a sweet little like backpack
That's
kid
right.
kind of thing.
What
Like,
did
Yeah.
you roll again?
14.
14.
every good bard has a little pet monkey. That
If he survives, then he can juggle. Or at least turn an organ grinder.
or get you beers while you're playing.
Oh, yeah. That'd be handy.
Alright, so this is going to be your good guy, this is going to be the bad guys, so back to Harald for the top of the turn order.
And I will attempt to hit the guy right in front of me again with the blunt part of my axe right on top of the head.
So much for initiative.
Yep.
And that's 12 plus, that's an 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Bonnie Tyler was really doing it for me, guys. I got a nat 20 on her.
Right.
8 damage.
Yeah,
But seriously,
with her.
Bonnie
Total
Tyler's
face
pretty
shot
awesome.
right in the eye.
Sorry, how much did you hit for it? 8.
Not
Okay.
20.
You know what? I would just say if that happened in real life and she laughed, you just marry her right there.
Right. You proposed anyway.
Yeah, like I want to marry you right now.
She was like, you have an idea how many times this happens to me in a night? That I get proposed to.
Oh my god. I really wish I hadn't kissed your forehead earlier.
She's like, it's okay, kiss my hand first.
Oh man.
Move on.
Yeah. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
So you hit him, and that's it. You're raging, right?
Yes.
The
Okay.
nightmares come back.
Did that include your
What's
bonus
The
rage
nightmares
damage?
come
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
The Thor.
I rolled very low.
Fair enough.
It doesn't taste as bad as what I thought.
That's what I get for following Ulfar's lead.
He's
What?
Our day is going to kind of just watch the room for a moment and see what's going on.
That's a halfling?
and Hogak,
I'm trying to
yes.
get you dead. That's what I'm trying to do. You keep asking for it.
If he does now, you're never going to get to where you're trying to get to, though.
Oh, I'll get to there. I
So
always
I'm
find
going to
the
open
open
the window again,
Okay.
and he's not really.
He's looking in the direction. He's kind of looks puzzled as you flip the window open. He's kind of staring at you, but
Scream, surprise, cock face, and then shoot him again.
that is exactly the perfect thing to do.
Yeah.
I rubbed this from my nuts.
I brought this up my
All right, so yeah, I'll open the window again and I'll shoot at the same guy that I already did.
Sure, I will give you advantage on this and your sneak attack as well, since I would say he's caught somewhat flat-footed by the
Usually,
flashing window of death.
yeah.
Also, the arrow of cock smell.
Yeah. I feel one day we need to do a
That's
MacGruber
long-range
and have
cock
somebody
snap.
walk around
Yeah,
with
there
a
you
piece
go.
of celery
What'd
in
you
the
roll?
butt to
13.
distract
13,
everybody.
can you roll again if you want?
You watch that movie?
17.
17, okay.
Okay.
You'd hate it, but it's so good.
I probably would
Yeah.
hate it.
It's so dumb, but I love it.
And a 6.
How much?
That's 4 and 6.
Who's the guy?
Or 10?
Who's the...
Yeah.
Oh, what
I
is his
don't do
name?
math.
So that's okay.
Question.
I barely do numbers.
You long-range cock slap him dead.
Yes! The cock slap of death.
Do you have any modifiers to your damage? From your,
Oh, is that literally just what you
I don't
roll?
watch a lot of
4 and
comedies.
6? Yeah, because you're doing then your dexterity modifier to your damage too.
I don't watch a lot
So
of
you
comedy
get an
stuff.
extra plus 3, so actually 13.
Will Forte.
13.
That's what it is,
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't watch a lot
And
either.
before that
Actually,
would be
think of
13.
it, but
I think 13.
Would you like to
If I
do
watch a
anything as a
comedy,
bonus
usually it's
action?
older
Any
than-
of your cunning action stuff.
I haven't watched a good one in a long time.
Plus, you've got movement, so I mean, you can decide you just want to stay at the window. You can decide you want to hide,
2 hours ago.
kind of duck to the
people
side
get
so that nobody
blown up.
sees you and be quiet
Yeah.
or something.
Terrible violence.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing again. Just close
I
the
don't
window
wanna
and
feel
duck off
better
the
at the
side in
end
case
of it.
someone comes over.
Perfect.
I'm just
I
gonna
want
do
people to
this.
feel worse.
Ulfar.
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 All right, I'm gonna
Kiss his girlfriend.
flip my axes around and use these as bludgeoning tools. Oh, I didn't mean to roll that, but I rolled a 4.
No, you didn't.
You dropped it. I'll let you re-roll it.
Okay, so I'm gonna make my 2 attacks.
2!
So much better.
And so I don't think it matters because you said she was wearing ring mail, but that is an 18, and that's a 8.
Ringmail's an AC of 14.
That is 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. Let's start at. Oh, let's start where we left off. So,
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna
Oh,
pop
what?
action surge on her.
ooh, she looks like she's into that. So you only get one attack on your action search.
Oh, that's right,
Your
shit.
offhand is.
So I guess I'll go with my first one, which is probably a miss. You said 14?
Yeah.
Actually, that's a 14, so that hits.
Nice. There you go.
And another 9 damage.
Yay!
Was that an in character yet?
Yeah.
All right.
Yay!
I'm like, whoa! It's a party!
This is a fucking party!
Put your hands in the air if you don't fucking care!
Take off the weapons.
Yeah. Please, everybody just surrender.
You don't know what they are, but you wish they were strobe lights.
Yeah.
He's drank. Yeah, it's like this is what happens when you don't drink when there's booze around. You actually
Yeah.
start seeing
Oh,
strobe
I'm
lights.
hallucinating, trust me.
Yeah, you're like
It's a
sweat
wonder.
pouring down your
I
head.
switched from the lute to the drums because I was shaking so fucking bad.
Just jumping
I couldn't
so-
even play the lute
You're
anymore.
just jonesing so hard.
You need to design your own strobe light spell.
That's right. Yeah.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is a 16.
16. She swings the. Actually, she's faster than that.
Of course she does.
Yeah, she does.
She's a big old broad, ain't she? I mean, I've done a lot of damage to her.
However, being intoxicated, she will miss you on both of them, but she does reach down on the second swing. She kind of reaches back and pulls up this big ass shield as well.
All right, I'm gonna say
Uh,
drinking's bad, Mackay.
Right.
Could have hit me if you weren't drunk.
You hit her so hard she lost a crotch grab.
Girl is
See
going
that?
to.
What is that?
It's a crotch grab. It's just a little spider.
Oh.
I was gonna be like, I'll take it back.
Yeah. Damn it, this is the last time I fight you in my house. I told you to take care of that.
Bruce, come on home.
Bruce!
Bruce, no!
He was the best one. He didn't bench too hard.
Gross.
He bent just hard enough.
That's
to
where you
get
need a
catch it.
camera for that shit.
Yeah.
16 is your armor class?
Yes.
She's going to kind of shove her to the side and step in. And 2 blows from hand axes will glance off of your armor. She looks pretty pissed that you just interrupted her party.
Yeah, I look pretty pissed that I wasn't invited.
We get that sense.
Yeah. Ulfar Blackmane wants to party.
The big guy
I make my
here,
own party.
he is going to step up to you. He's going to swing a couple of big, drunken, slow-moving fists at you that are both going to miss. Who else is in the room?
Yeah.
He's in there.
So glad they're drunk.
He's going to step over and you
They're
know what?
resistant to all pain.
Get him, Shorty.
He's going to step up.
Go like monkey style. Go right for the testicles with those daggers. The weak spots. Monkeys are so cruel.
Pocket sand.
The unlimited pocket of sand.
Blind him in the eyes and stab him in the nuts.
Seriously, what's the whole thing?
I cannot wait until I get my feet. That really
You
damage.
might never get there.
This way.
You should invest in pocket sand.
Yeah.
Always carry a good map.
As this guy goes to pull back his bow, you see very clearly. You watch 2 daggers kind of come in under the ribs.
Ooh, that's fastest way to a man's heart. Between the second and third rib.
All right. He will still get a shot off.
So I'm told.
He took damage though, for sure.
Oh, he definitely took
Yeah.
damage. Yeah, he looks like it hurt
He
him
took
pretty
half
bad.
damage.
What's your armor class?
19.
19. Yeah, you watch an arrow basically lodge itself into your shield.
Ooh.
And I think that's... He's dead.
I don't think I've
She's
ever seen a barbarian with a
She
shield
attacked. He attacked. No, she
I
attacked.
like this.
He attacked. He attacked. He's dead. Okay.
So I held action, or is my turn
It
now?
is your turn now.
Okay. So I want to cast.
Water.
Nope.
Awesome. Thank you.
I gotta do Tasha's Hideous Laughter on this chick. So I don't know if I can do that without them knowing I'm actually attacking. Can I kind of like cast that spell off, like kind of side? Takes concentration.
I'm good.
It won't be in there.
Tasha, could you say that? Yeah, it is.
Oh, you got the.
So it's verbal. So components are verbal, somatic, and material. So I would say you would have to stop playing in order to cast it. So people would.
No,
How
it's
did I not
okay.
just
Yeah.
break?
All right.
Isn't his drum the spell?
Drum should just exploded.
My God, does he feed
Yes.
that thing rabbits?
But he would still have to, like, if he's singing, he'd have to stop because there's verbal
Yeah.
components. If you're drumming, like, you could like hold the drum, but you're still making hand gestures or whatever.
I'm still gonna go for it.
Sure.
I'll see if they notice
You're,
me or
you're
not.
casting
but
at
whatever.
the leader.
At the leader girl.
Okay, so that's a wisdom save for her.
Yeah.
I want to take her alive because I want to see where she came from. So I can go there and pillage.
What's your DC? Wisdom save.
It says 14. The attack save is 14 in the book.
Okay.
Mine's a
Watch
plus
him,
one.
I show you
I
how you
guess,
can use
plus-
like a
plus.
two-handed sword.
You
backwards
cast
as
you
like a
cast at her
weapon.
and just watch
Yeah.
as she.
So like if you're fighting an armored knight, and
Do
you're
you say
armored,
anything while you're
the sword will
casting it, or
go
you're just
down.
like doing?
I'm trying to do it
Flip
kind of on the
upside
down
down
low.
with
I
a
don't want her to really know
hammer.
that I'm
Oh,
doing
no,
it,
weight
so
on
I'm
the
just
bottom.
doing it
He's
pretty
like,
quiet.
dink, and hits
Okay.
the guy in the head. Knocks him out
She,
cold in one
she
hit.
falls down,
He's like, oh, shit.
laughing riotously.
Great.
Because I believe that's the effect.
The guy had
you
like
Yes.
a
said, right?
legit
And
knight
she goes
helmet on, and
prone,
he just
right?
hit him in the side of the head. He's like,
Sorry?
She
he starts
goes
panicking.
prone.
She's like,
Prone,
"Holy shit."
incapacitated, and will stand up for the duration.
Yeah.
And
So
she
they
can
just
repeat
knocked
the
him
save
the
at the end of
fuck
her turn
out.
or anytime she takes damage.
That's right,
So,
yeah.
That's right. And that's your turn?
Yeah. So did you guys hear that? Like she's down, laughing, prone, and if somebody attacks her, she has to make a throw.
You three being sober, at least for the most part.
We kind of know each other's things.
Well, you hear
we've looked at each other's things enough that we know what.
You hear the music stop for a couple of seconds, and then you watch this woman who's just tried to take off your head with 2 hand axes. She suddenly just starts laughing riotously and falls down. And you look over to him, and he's kind of chuckling to himself as he goes back to like banging on the drum again.
Yeah.
So, do I know with me being on the outside of the lodge?
You would not see, but
as
you
soon as
would
you looked in,
you would hear the brief pause. It's like dum 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 dum.
Okay, so I can kind of put 2 and 2 together.
I'm gonna make an owl hoot so he knows.
Harold.
Oh, it must be tapped.
Yes.
Hideous
Ooh.
laughter.
I
It's
guess
like,
I will attack the guy in front of me again with my axe. Not holding back this time. And,
Where have you been?
that's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
That's 12 damage.
Nice. Yeah.
Should we make this Fort Blackmane after this?
And that's your turn.
Our future operation
Yes.
point?
Okay.
If you want to. I
actually,
don't like
I'm
hanging
gonna
out
take one of
places
these.
where there's no people to hang out with, but that's fine.
We got Doug and Carl out there. They're more than willing.
Carl.
'Cause trust me, I don't remember their names at all.
Do we
one
know-
guy I know had 6 names.
Is
That's
it
all I know.
obvious which ones are the kids? Like I know them. I've met them, right?
Yeah.
Like
I mostly just
doesn't
don't
have to
wanna
be
kill the
obvious to
locals.
everybody, but
Yeah.
like
I kinda
I'm
feel
not
like if
out
it's
to
the
kill those
fisherman's
kids
daughter,
that just
I don't wanna,
joined.
murder her.
So
She just made a bad choice hanging with the wrong
two of
crew.
the kids, the 2 young lads, are both gone. You don't see them in
Okay.
here.
So
And the girl you see, she's still kind of off in her own world. She's pretty.
She's this one.
Yeah.
She looks like she's about 5 seconds from falling over.
Oh my god, can you believe what's going on in this
Alright.
party?
No, she's more like good.
Okay.
God.
That's good. I just
This was fucking
if I
bad.
know who they are, they wouldn't
So
be my
ratchet.
first picks. That's all.
Right.
That's just not going to catch on no matter
and-
how much you try.
You know what? He's.
Damn it.
What's it
I don't remember. The fact that I know anything from Mean Girls is scary. It's a high school, good high school movie, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Back when, before Lindsay Lohan started chasing dragons for D&D.
Oh no, she was still chasing dragons.
No, I probably, yeah, it just didn't really kick in
Have
yet.
to also remember that when you were watching high school movies, I
You were
was
42?
20. Yeah, 25.
Yeah, I know.
So you can still technically watch.
You
Hogak.
couldn't afford cable
Yeah.
when you were watching high school
I'm
movies.
going
so-
to back to the window,
Okay.
open it up.
You see, she's still dancing.
Yeah.
She's falling down for some reason, kind of like kicking her feet, laughing on the ground. She looks like she's ready to take a bite out of him. I
couldn't
wouldn't
really
think you'd see
terrifies
him
me.
very well. He's pretty big. You'd see him behind the pillar, I think.
Okay.
It's kind of like the column would be like 1.5 feet wide, and this guy is like 3 feet wide.
Okay.
You wouldn't really see this guy.
No.
I don't know if it's just the paint job, but that guy looked like he spent the first 10 years of his life in a smoker.
Yes. He's swarthy.
He's leathery.
Yes.
He's got that 60-year-old woman who's never left the tanning salon kind of skin.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh.
I'm
You
gonna
know
do,
what I'm talking about.
Long range.
Everything's
cock slap
rough, but
to,
lips this big.
Yeah, just ridden hard and put away
the big
wet.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. She is not paying attention to you, so you have advantage in sneak attack.
Excellent.
You're not murdering the little girl, are you?
No.
Oh.
So advantage, you get to roll twice. Don't
Yeah.
forget.
I was just looking at 3 like, oh, that's not comfortable. 19.
That's better.
Plus 5. So 24.
You definitely hit.
Let's see, I've been missing so many things. Like
Yeah, because you have to add your hit modifier to your roll.
Yeah.
Maybe this is why he sucks. Why you never hit anything?
So sorry.
I'm the only one that's killed anyone so far.
So what,
your
what
rolls
is
are
your
always
roll
way
on your
lower.
attack?
24.
24 is definitely a hit.
Okay.
I have your sneak attack too. So you can, actually, that is your sneak attack. Did you roll your d8 already?
Yeah.
Okay.
7 and 1
Plus,
3. Actually,
yeah, plus your dex.
yeah. So that's 11.
Cool.
I'm doing it, guys.
And then just doing the same thing, like dropping the window, ducking out of sight again.
I'm gonna utter little murmurs of cockslap and then duck to the side.
Nice. All right, Ulfar.
All right. I don't know if I can follow up on that one. This bearded woman is scaring the shit out of me, so I'm going to make 2 attacks with my main hand.
She looks a little wobbly at this point. Well, I suppose parts of her probably looked wobbly earlier too.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
With advantage, right? Okay, so that's a nat 1 on my first attack.
Nice.
My second attack is plus 6, so 19.
Your first hit, you aim kind of like high, but instead you just kind of catch like the top corner of her armor, and you watch as like one massive
Oh God!
Mammary?
kind of comes loose.
There's no other way to say it but mammary.
Yeah.
As you're closing the window, you see this happen, and it's literally like, whoa.
The whole bar just stops for a
The window
second.
stays open.
This is literally like a Matrix moment. Like everything just stops.
Her freaking nipple looks like a corner cob. That's how big. Cob of corn, sorry.
Oh, good lord! I think I'm going to switch damage to lethal now.
That's a mental image that's going to stay with for a while.
All right, so I did 7 damage.
Yeah, you're still striking with the blunt end at this point?
Yeah.
She falls over unconscious.
I'm going to roll her over so I don't have to look.
Don't take this away from
Oh,
me.
you can't roll her over. It's like a kickstand.
It's like, what? Why has Hogak like held his action for the last 3 turns?
I've been holding something
Outside
else.
the tent.
I've been holding something
Yeah,
else.
we know.
It just takes 5 turns and I'll be done. Let me finish.
It's a ritual casting. It takes 5 turns. All
No
right.
one come to this window afterwards.
She falls over and kind of like slumps against the wall and
Pulls
then
the building
falls.
down with her.
Well, not quite. She's not quite that big, but
It
All right.
shifts.
Can
It
I?
shifts.
I guess that's my. Can I interact with an object?
sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
The drunk. I just want to like push her over the table and be like, get out of the way.
She's already laying down.
No, the drunk teenager girl. I don't want her to get hurt.
Give me an athletics. Like, are you just trying to like literally push her?
I'm
out of the
literally
way, or-
just trying to get her out of the way so she doesn't get murdered.
Sure. You give her a push, and she just kind of staggers off to the side a little bit.
All right.
Oh,
right.
got her feet under.
Color objects.
And I am going to run and jump
Nope,
up on the
okay.
table. Oops, sorry.
Way to go. Jump up on
Yeah, the game's broken.
I'm going to
We'll just have to
scream.
go back an hour and a half and start again.
Yeah.
I really need to redo the way I do these. I don't normally do them this way, but so you're jumping up on the table.
And I scream.
Give me an acrobatic.
I'm Ulf.
Give me an athletics check as you jump on the table. Oh. What's awesome is I literally decided
Fucking
it was a DC
unbelievable.
5. Like,
It's
this is
fucking
not-
Well, it's okay
Unbelievable.
because it is a 5. But
There you go.
yeah, technically, actually, an athletics check that's a 7. So
Oh, there you go. You as you get to the top of the table, you kind of catch a toe and kind of like do one of these. But
my
you
name
really
is.
just-
Oh shit! Yeah, I think I can handle that as my entrance. Oh shit! As I try not to fall.
My name is Ulfar shit.
Oh for shit! I won't even finish off my cool one-liner because that's embarrassing.
Right. All right.
And also, I didn't have one.
I'm rubbing my head, going like, "But dude, give me something to write you a song about." Like,
I took down the beast of the Northern Hills camp.
Yep. As you
The
push
corn,
this-
the corn cobber. The great corn cob beast.
as you push this girl out of the way, she's still just like swaying and dancing.
she ate all the shit.
Yeah.
Actually, she turns around this way to see you, but you're gone by the time she actually completes the movement. You're already on the table, and she just kind of keeps turning because now she's heard you yell. But she's like, thinking maybe somebody's hitting on her, and she's pretty.
Somebody's going to be hitting on her pretty soon with an axe. So.
Somebody's gonna spend a night holding her hair. That's what's gonna happen.
All right.
With her head not attached.
Oh, that was dark.
That's how I'm trying to get her out of the way of old Hogak going batshit crazy with his cock weapons out here.
Holy.
Well, he rubs all his arrows on his nuts before he shoots. He's weirdo.
It's for the infection rate.
Like, I feel like this guy was way in the woods too long.
Hey, I gotta get it with an infection somehow.
You guys
you
are
get punched
brutal.
for
Here I
5
am just trying to
points
crush
of damage.
skulls. You guys gotta bring STDs
The
into
second
me.
swing goes
Sure,
very,
it's
very
hardy.
wide.
Is that reduced?
We're just gonna start
no,
playing
you're
the drums
raging,
again.
so you take 2.
Fuck this.
And
Ben.
another arrow goes whizzing by you, and that is back to you again, Harold.
How's the guy in front of me?
Did I?
Tombstones
Did I
somebody
go
off
half
the
one?
table.
Yeah.
He took
That would
his.
be cool.
Oh, yeah, okay.
How's the guy in front of me?
People's
as well?
elbow.
He is looking better than you'd like him to.
I wonder if I could pick up
Well,
a guy
then,
from behind and
I was gonna
lift him backwards and smash him through the picnic table.
Probably.
That seems pretty simple.
Who do you want? The big guy.
I was gonna like DDT or something and smash it through a table, make it look like some sweet narrator. Like I want him to be like the WWE narrator now.
I was going to smash him through the table this turn until you jumped on
Oh,
it.
okay. You can still smash him. I'll move out of the way.
You're gonna be Hulk Hogan. He's gonna be Mean Gene Oakham.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do something like that, first you have to pick up one of the steins of beer and like bite the bottom of it and just drink it all.
Through a stein, it's metal. He still bites the whole wood and everything coming out the side.
Right.
It's like, good lord, this guy's an animal.
No wonder why you can't die.
I will
You're never gonna die doing that.
grapple the guy in front of me.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
That's advantage. So 11 plus. That's a 16.
He seems pretty off balance. You grab hold of him without any significant resistance.
And as I do that, I will use my action to push him this way.
I see what you're going for.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn still grappling him.
Okay.
Did not knock you off the table.
That's okay. That's the worst thing about beard hair. So it doesn't look like beard hair. When you're in a restaurant and you're
It's
beard
also
hair.
the best thing about beard hair. It's like, well, that's just
It's like
beard hair. Don't
you're
worry about
sitting
that.
eating soup in a restaurant and be like, did one of my
Brego,
hairs just
you
fall in my
watch
soup?
as this guy fires off another arrow at
What are your cooks doing back
at
there?
Harold,
Harold,
and then
yeah.
you watch Arde basically like scamper up this guy's back and drive these daggers into the side.
He's an
of his
angry little
neck
man.
and rides him down to the ground.
Right on.
He's
He's angry
pretty pissed.
and he's down.
Yeah, he's down.
Oh my gosh! I don't even want
Wow.
to take a turn. I just want to sing a song about him.
Slow down.
Hogak.
Oh, so now that he's been pushed in my line of sight, I'm gonna check back into the window, and
You see this massive, like, Harold is big. This guy's just huge.
motherfucker.
But he's huge and virtually unarmored, and you just see, like, at this point he's like this big drunken
Two old greased men wrestling each other.
Yeah.
This is like a dream come true. Look at these bears fighting.
I think you might be attacking at disadvantage.
But he's only using one hand.
Distracted.
It's hard to shoot a bow with one hand.
Yeah, you can pull the string with something else. Though.
I was just gonna say he's gonna shoot something else.
I can shoot up to 10 feet. Is that close enough? He is.
Alright.
Yep, I'm gonna shoot him in the back.
Alright, you have advantage.
19. 4.
So we'll go with the 19.
Yeah, I picked the 19.
No, I'm gonna go with 4.
Alright.
That. 4. 2. 6. 3. That's 9.
Alright.
9.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
We got Laughing Girl and this guy. Is that all that's left?
I forgot to do
Yeah,
that.
and the
actually.
teenager that's
She gets a wisdom
Yeah,
saving
she
throw.
failed it.
Okay.
But I did forget to
I'm
do
gonna
that.
take care of her next.
Okay, so you're shooting and then
Like, 'cause she's laying
same
down.
thing.
Yeah. Well, no.
Get him, Harold.
I feel like I
I'm gonna talk
see if I
into
can
that guy.
restrain her.
I bet you she's tough.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to attempt to take her weapons away.
Ulfar.
Can I jump down off, or not jump like anything acrobatic, but like right here?
Gracefully fall.
Can I jump in such a manner that I don't have to make a front roll?
Yeah, I'd like to give the people's elbow to the woman laughing on the ground. I kind of want to attempt to disarm her while
Okay.
she's running, like laughing. Is she? I'm assuming she's laughing with axes in her hand,
She
which is how
is.
I also like to laugh.
Right, it's a good time. Axes make me happy.
Is disarming is that like an action?
Well, I would say you're looking at some kind of. Yeah, I would say it's an action. I mean, so she is. Give me 1 second here. I just want to make sure.
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for a duration. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less is affected. At the end of each of its turn, they can make a. Takes damage.
I feel like you guys got the big guy.
The target
I'll
has
take care of the
advantage on-
boss.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really say anything about like disadvantage.
Ditches
on-
and ditches. That's what I do.
So if you, so I will let you.
I'm gonna attempt to remove. This is my.
You're not trying to harm her. You're just specifically trying to get.
Yeah,
the weapons
like
out
if
of
she's
her
just
hands.
rolling around laughing and shit, I'm
Sure.
gonna get rid of her weapons and restrain her.
Are you going for both at the same time?
I mean, if I can.
Like sure. Tell you what. Give me 2 rolls with advantage.
2. Oh, okay. So
And add your
here's my
strength
first
modifier.
roll.
Yeah.
So 18. What am I adding to it?
Strength and
So that'll be
make it a
22.
make an athletics check.
Okay, so that's 24.
Okay.
And then the second roll you said?
Sure.
Oh, good lord.
He gets 1.
Yeah, I get the first one, but what's the second roll for?
Same thing.
Oh, okay. So I got an 8 on the second one.
Okay.
Can I add my dice together? Get a 9?
Yeah, you don't have much trouble grabbing the first weapon, but she's just she's not really trying to resist you. She's just kind of like flailing around, and you just kind of miss the second one.
Okay.
But you get 1, and yeah,
Is that my action then?
that is your action.
Okay, that's fine. So I'd like be standing kind of over her, trying to restrain her and get her weapons away. Yeah.
You're straddling.
Yes. Teabag. Because I just beat her entire group and
Oh, she's laughing pretty hard. I'd be a little worried about what she might do at that point.
It's hideous laughter.
Yes. Yeah, like this
it's like
is
crying.
mani-
It's like when you cry laugh. It's just gross.
It's like maniacal.
Yeah.
This is like this
She's
is like Joker.
incapacitated from laughing.
This is like Joker gas laughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will continue to attempt to restrain her and remove her weapons.
Okay.
Start bashing her head with a hammer. Back of my
Let's
axe.
see. So, Harold,
Well, I figure that way, if we do need to attack her, at least she's
you're gonna
bitch slapping.
easily dodge to
Shoot
fists.
a cock slapping at her.
She is basically going to make it to the table and stumble a little bit and just kind of lay there against.
Oh, I
the-
was yeah. I totally forgot I was going to yell and I was
And
going to tell her to lay down.
You're like down here now,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, she literally gets the table and just kind of like whoop, and doesn't move.
Lightweights.
Yeah.
And
Disgrace of her whole
Jeez,
family. We should probably kill her.
saving
Actually,
throw.
her father's not.
We
Gonna
did her a
back.
big favor. If this had went different, she'd be pregnant by now.
Yeah. And the way she drinks,
Brego.
Yes.
not good.
No.
So,
Like, you think
Brego,
those guys are going to support the baby?
you know what? Brego's done. Brego's going to
At
contribute.
this point, you see.
You should probably start drinking.
Yes.
you see Ulfar trying to restrain Thunderbeard on the ground to take her weapons away.
Yeah.
Everyone else is either passed out. Well, the young girl is passed out. Everybody else is unconscious or dead and bleeding out, except for the man mountain that's fighting.
Okay.
The guard who
The other
walks
way,
back
Harold.
into this is going to be like,
Is that-
nope. We're turning around and walk back out.
The other man mount.
I'm going to
Yeah.
take a crossbow shot at that guy.
Sure.
So that's +6 on that.
Let's see, let me just check something quick.
My crossbow is like my best thing for whatever reason. I guess because I have high dexterity.
Okay, so sorry, what did you roll?
So 23
23 will hit.
for 10.
Good. Where is he? Alright. Anything else on your turn, or you just...
I'm just gonna walk over to the halfling guy and just like put my hand on his shoulder. That's it.
Cool. Harold.
Since I'm still grappling the guy, I want to
Well, buddy,
sort of like get
a
my
good night.
axe.
People are just like-
sort of like try and choke him out.
murdering each other.
I just
Sure.
kind of
Give
give him the feeling that I'm proud of
me
him.
another grapple check, just as you're
You
trying
should stab
to
that guy another time. Just
switch
quick.
position.
That's an
and get
athletics?
behind him. Yeah.
He's like drenched in blood.
That's a 19.
I like his.
and
like the cut of
that's
his jib.
24.
You got it. Yep, he's behind him.
His half
Do you want to? So like you're trying to like show.
We're gonna
show
go
him.
big, you and I.
If he can juggle.
Give me an attack roll. Don't worry about damage. Just basically.
That's 4.
I'm sure he learned
Plus.
I'll give
all
you
the
advantage
circus
on it,
skills
since
while he was being
You're behind him, kind of in the.
That's 17.
Sure.
I'm sure he learned so many circus skills while being beaten.
You managed to get
Learn how to dodge.
the handle of your axe around his neck, and
If you can dodge a slave master, you can dodge a ball.
okay.
I have
That's
that
your turn
one.
then.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm still.
You're trying to choke him out, not like.
Not breaks neck, I'm trying to, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knock him out. You're right, I think
Just carry him down to the lake and drown him.
well, there isn't a lake.
You don't know
You
that.
keep walking
We haven't
eventually.
explored
Yeah,
that.
I do not know there's a lake.
You're on the side of a mountain? Probably not.
Well, everywhere where there's a mountain, there's a lake. Literally, the bottom of the mountain.
Yeah.
There will be a lake.
There's something
You have to
somewhere.
carry him a little bit.
Bless you.
I could though, just like drag him underwater.
See how close we were?
Right.
Intertwined.
Go get him, little buddy. You deserve it.
Actually, at this point, I guess it's more like this, right? You've got him kind of from behind.
Yeah,
He's
well-
going to jump up on the table. He does not give a fuck that you're just trying to
He
subdue
is a
him.
little trunk monkey, that guy.
Go, Scooter!
And he's going to
Go get him, boy.
2 daggers into him again.
My goodness, this guy. Bloodlust. He's making your rage look bad.
And he's also falling over a lot. You'd think he's the one who's been drinking all
Oh, by the way, if we turn him into a barbarian, I have the best halfling barbarian miniature ever. Mohawk, everything.
Nice.
So good.
Hogak.
And he can juggle.
I'm gonna
I'll put
do
2
my.
little bowling pins in
So,
his hands.
so as you go in front of the window this time, you see Harold with this guy basically in like a chokehold, axe around his throat, trying to get him to black out. So up to you if you want to help in the blackout effort or just try
Shoot him
to
in the head.
bleed
Got
him
him.
out.
Just bleed him out.
Cool.
Yeah. 14.
Yeah, it's going to be real fun when that last guard
14
shows
hit.
back up to
Okay.
camp.
Don't forget to add your bonuses to stuff. It comes in handy. It's kind of like why you have a character.
Yeah. Otherwise, you are literally just a dice.
Or do I get sneak attack on this
Yep.
stuff? Yeah. 5, 8, 11.
11.
I'm picking up how this works.
And then doing the same thing as usual.
Shut the door.
You don't really feel like there's an awful lot of people to hide from at this point. Like,
Yeah.
literally the only guy that's still conscious in the room and up is in a chokehold right now by...
Nah, at this point I'm just gonna start making my way around.
We still got Giggly Girl that could get up at any point.
And turns out she's a murder machine, too.
Yeah.
Never pissed off a 17-year-old fisherman. Daughter, I guess, whatever she is.
To be honest, no.
Yeah, no, actually,
this
I've
one-
never.
This girl's still.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I mean, I'm basically trying to restrain her, or
Right.
at least get her weapons out. So I'll try again, I guess.
Sure.
What would you like me to roll?
Give me same thing. I'll give you athletics at advantage. She's prone and
I
incapacitated.
rolled 2 15s, and that's 21.
You managed to. What have you done? You've grabbed one axe, so presumably you've put your weapons down.
Yeah, I'll just sling them in my loops on my
Sure.
side, and then
So
I'll
you
just try to grab
one of her axes and kind of throw it to the side or something.
Yeah, just throw it to the back of the tent
Okay.
out of the way,
And then
I'm
you
doing
kind of like grabbed at the other one and got that, and so now you're basically trying to like grab both of her hands and pin her down.
Yeah, well, I would like to actually like restrain her in like
Kind of like roll her over.
yeah,
and
and tie her hands
chicken
up or
wing
something.
half Nelson
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
something.
and try to like actually tie her up so that way when this hideous laughter comes up, she's just
Like,
useless.
Sure.
trying to tap a cow calf.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Give me another athletics check, just
Oh, another one. This won't go wrong.
right with advantage.
That's not bad. That is 18.
18. Okay. You described how you're kind of grappling her, restraining her, or whatever.
Slowly.
Yeah, slowly. Do it, do some more. Do it sexy. All right. Anyway, no, I'm literally just going to like grab the second axe and kind of slide it across to the back of the
She's
tent.
laughing, so I'm tickling her a little bit as I do.
And I'm going to roll her onto her front, pull both of her hands, and like handcuff her kind of with a piece of
Right.
rope around, tie her arms up.
Do you have a piece of rope on you?
Yeah, I do actually. I have
it-
it
is
in
it-
explorer's back,
There you go.
so I have rope in it.
So while holding her hands and rolling her over, you reach back.
Well,
and
I mean,
close back and
I'm gonna
quickly
roll her
take
on
the
her
rope
stomach,
off and then-
sit on her.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
She's still going crazy, hideous laughter,
Right.
right? So far. So.
Yeah, this is more like me trying to hold like a
She's
bull ride.
probably actually pissing herself by this point because she's been laughing for so long.
Yeah, it smells like a little
You're just
eerie.
really lucky you haven't got like a wild swing in.
Yeah, it just cuts my
Right.
throat immediately and dies. Like she's more dangerous while she's laughing. Who'd have guessed?
Right.
And I'm gonna yell at Brego and be like, "This big one here is just unconscious. You might want to tie her up too." And then I'll say, "Stay away from the drunk girl."
So this big one's just unconscious?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
So what's the halfling's name?
Arda.
Arda. I was going to say to Arda, I was like, what do you think of that big one?
He's still stabbing at the moment.
Yeah,
Like,
he's got,
he
like,
is up on the
throat in
table,
his
like,
mouth.
stabbing it.
He can't speak because he has a man's throat in his mouth.
All right. I'll just...
He's actually bitten down. He's actually caught. He's hanging by his teeth off of the handle of his axe.
Can I like just approach and take an axe swing and try to chop her head off?
You can. I mean,
I'm
think if you
clearly going
watched
to be
it,
like, tie her up.
You, I think, would have seen him intentionally using like the back end of his axe to try to knock her out rather than.
Also,
kill
I
her, but you
specifically
could.
said she's
Yeah,
unconscious.
but I'm not
tie her
him.
up.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go over and
No prisoner.
Fucking Brego.
yep. If you want, you can give me an attack with advantage.
Okay.
And if it hits, it's
And such was the end of corncob nipples.
So it was a 9
Oh
plus...
gosh, you
plus
missed her.
a 9 plus 4.
9 is gonna hit.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
Um,
1d6 plus 2.
so it's automatically 2 failed death saves. Okay.
So 6.
6. Okay.
But like, Brego, what do you do?
You hit her in the neck, and you watch like a gout of blood spurt out, but she's not dead yet. Like,
Also, that is still my kill.
I feel like
God.
if
All right,
there's a
Gimli.
gout of blood coming out of her neck, it's just a matter of time.
it is. Yeah. You're pretty sure it is a matter of time.
Okay.
This is where the serial killer comes out, and the more he just stares at the blood pumping from the
Right.
neck for way too long.
Harold, I'm assuming you're just continuing to try to choke this guy out.
Yeah, and I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to glare at the halfling. Not going to try to not do anything to him, right? But let him know.
Are you gonna like verbally tell him like piss off and
Yeah,
try to
piss off.
Okay.
It's going to be like Austin Powers. When
What's
he
your
throws
thing
him
with the
in
halfling?
He doesn't want him to kill this guy. He's trying to choke him out.
Oh.
These guys have to face a legal trial, okay?
Not the
we
guy
don't
that I
just-
just killed.
We're not just judge, jury, and
Now,
executioner.
normally, I
okay?
wouldn't care he's killing the guy, but I'm trying not to kill him.
I
So
don't like that big bitch. She's going down.
All right.
She literally did nothing to you. She, in fact, was really enjoying your company. You killed her because she's ugly, and that's just wrong.
Well, that's
No, that's weighing the odds.
Arden looks at
evolution.
you and he
I'm
kind of
doing
like,
stuff for everybody.
Whatever.
Trust me, there was no more gene pool for her.
you see him kind of flip these daggers around and kind of club him both sides of the head.
The trash panda is doing a better job than just stabbing the dude and ripping his throat out with
I
his
like
teeth.
that guy.
You kind of feel him jerk a little bit, but he doesn't quite go down yet. Hogak, he's pretty fucking tough.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 5. Yep, I can do that. So I'm gonna run in. I'm gonna push past Ulfar, and I guess I'm gonna, because you don't want me to do anything, I'm gonna jump over the drunk fisherman's daughter.
Sure.
Net punch.
Huh?
I got him.
I mean, if you were to give him like a good, like basically any shot that would make him like have to breathe harder, like it would presumably help him run out of air faster.
Then yeah, I'll try.
You do the whole like when you're like teenagers and you
Superman
like get the window of someone, punch him in the
Yeah,
stomach,
I'll
and
just
immediately
pull out a
pass
dagger and use the pommel and just.
Just give him a good club.
Yeah.
Sure. Give me an attack roll with advantage, and you've got your sneak attack still.
13. That's plus 5, that's 18. And then I'm doing daggers, D4. Yeah. Use his finger sprick. It's 4.
I love backstab with a dagger, where literally the backstab, even when you just have one, does more damage than the actual dagger. Yeah. What is that?
8, dexterity, it's 11.
It's like better than half of your other hits, too.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you start keeping all those numbers
All
in
right.
there, right?
Yeah. You use your character sheet. It gets crazy.
I will say that you basically finished getting her tied up. You've gotten both weapons away. You kind of flipped her over, and on this
To be fair,
turn, you
it's
managed
my
to kind
first
of
time
tie her
playing.
up with your action, if that works for you.
I can we like she can see, right?
I always
Yeah,
thought
Like
it
she
was
can
more
see
like,
what's going on. So
Yeah.
if I kind of want her to see like this big, obviously this is like a bodyguard type person. I want her to like see that person
You
bleed out.
can drop concentration on this at any point in time, too. Like, you
Yeah.
just decide.
So yeah, now that she's tied up, I'll drop it. But I want her to see like this great big beast of a woman like bleed out,
Sure.
like just scare the shit right out of her.
Are you like you want to like say something because it's basically your turn. Hang on, I got one to do before I get to you. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, on your turn, you can be.
I'm just gonna I'll just kind of prop her up, and
sorry, just I'll hold my action so you can do that. It's fine.
so I'll just kind of prop her up and be like, "This was your biggest warriors are dying as this large woman bleeds out. Our leader Ulfar has some questions for you. I suggest you answer them, and then hopefully she bleeds out like right when I say that, like in that exact second."
Well, you can give me an attack roll if you want. Like you can finish her off.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can wait and see if.
Yeah. No, we're just gonna have to wait.
It's with advantage. She's unconscious, and you're within. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You tell me how you do it.
Slit her throat.
Slit her throat. Yeah, and you just like look at this, and she's dead.
Yeah.
Well, that should make her happy. That was my sister.
She's the last person surviving. She's probably gonna do whatever we want.
Harald, you give me another.
Athletics.
Yeah.
That's 18 or.
You finally. It's taken a lot, but this guy finally just goes. You know, and he's give me a strength check.
Nat 20.
Nice. You
Lift him off
you
his
feel
feet.
like the full weight of him comes back on you. This guy's fucking heavy. Like this guy, you figure probably in the area of
He's still
350
kicking
to
with
400 pounds.
Feel like the Rambo thing where he lifts him off and just tears his throat out with his bare hand. You cannot
So-
alpha dog somebody harder than that.
Right. So by this point, so she's tied up. She's dead. He is dead with prejudice.
She's just unconscious.
Yes, she's like literally just passed out.
She's for later.
And this guy is
Okay,
she's
Bill Cosby.
Wow.
Well, for questioning, we still gotta take her back. Jesus, guys, head out of the gutter.
Oh.
Oh yeah, well definitely us. Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
So
Odin's beard.
you have this conscious, tied up, pissed off, but I would say at this point probably somewhat intimidated bandit leader who's basically just sullen. She's not really saying anything, at least unbidden.
I'm going to prop her up so she's like hands behind, but sitting against the outside of the tent.
Okay.
And I'm going to crouch down in front of her and I'd be like, well, life of bandits, not for you, is it?
She doesn't say anything. She's just kind of glares at you for a second and then looks kind of past you as though she's ignoring you.
I'd be like,
Probably a
oh.
combination of still drunk and
It'd be like,
oh,
oh.
punch drunk.
I'm going to be like, oh, strong silent type, just like your friend here. Hello. Just on that old woman's head. She was pretty silent too. In fact, she went down and didn't even make a noise.
What's your character? Neutral good?
No, I'm Viking good.
She looks at you and spits in your face.
Hey,
Hey.
sometimes you
Oh
gotta
my
pay
God.
for that. Like, yeah, watch whose face you spit in.
Hi.
Sorry.
Sorry.
And
I heard spit.
that is where we will end. So that'll give you guys some time to think about.
Oh my God!
how
You got to go a
want to-
whole week with spit in your face.
That's right. We are going to go
Like
out.
a dream come true.
We are going out with spit in your face.
This couldn't have ended better.
So anybody
Super
on Twitch who's, I think we did have the stream go down for a couple seconds. We should have the whole audio up on YouTube within a couple of days, I hope. And you can tune in next week to see what happened because
wipe
you spit in
spit
the
out of
face.
your eye.
Right. All right, that's it for us tonight.
No, it's
Well,
not.
you